Look
You
at
look
you,
like a
honey.
Southern belle.
I do. I live in Texas.
I thought you lived in Hawaii.
I do. I live in both.
Excuse me.
One blue, one red.
Right.
1 foot in each, bitches.
I see you're all warmed up.
I am. I'm ready for you, but you ain't ready for me.
That has always been true. Well, I mean,
I love you.
I love you too because you're.
Did we start?
Yeah, we're always.
Oh, we're on the air.
Well, I would hardly call it the air.
Whatever.
But
we're broadcasting.
You don't know that. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
The point of this show is that it is exact the conversation that we would have if we weren't on the air, and it will be.
But we are.
But and that's one of the greatest things about you is that unlike most people in this world.
Oh, your dirty hands. Did you wash your dirty hands before you stick them in the ice? Because I have a thing about germs.
You know what? You want me to get a whole bunch of new ice?
If you say you washed your hands after you peed, I'm going to accept your apology.
Also, I have the ice specially treated with a chemical that kills.
I bet you did a Monsanto-derived.
That kills my pee. Should I do that?
I bet you did. You're all pro-chemical and pro-Monsanto and all that crazy shit.
I'm so not. You know that.
Are you shitting me? The shit you say drives me berserk.
Okay, I have a. You can attack me on many things.
No, I'm not going to attack you. I'm just conversing.
I'm just.
Listen,
I know, but I want to.
No, give me your hand.
But I need to straighten you out on something.
No, straighten me.
Yes, because
bitch, you don't even know.
Okay,
no, you won't straighten
but
me out. I'm 70.
If I want.
No, put your hand down right there. Do it.
No.
Put your hand there.
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm going to cover it with mine, and I'm going to tell you that I love you.
Okay. Wow, what a 180 that was.
I love you, and I don't want to hurt you. Leave your fucking hand there. I washed mine.
Oh, that's right.
I love you, and I want to bring everybody together to see they're getting screwed and robbed. Okay? Now, are we on the same page with that?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk.
All right. I have a lot of videotape that if I wanted to go into the archives, I could send you, where I pretty much alone in media was questioning the pharmaceutical industry and people like Monsanto. I was early part of the century with the show. Yeah, so I'm not the guy to hit with you're for Monsanto.
But what about the vaccine shit?
And I've been way out on the limb on that one too.
You were wrong.
I don't know what your stance on vaccines is, so why don't you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine and we'll see who's wrong.
They're trying to fucking kill us.
They're trying to?
Yeah, that's why they're giving us the vaccines.
I don't think they're trying.
Well, they are killing us.
Well, it's much more complicated.
They hate us.
Who hates us? The pharmaceutical industry? No, actually.
The fucking crazy-ass psychopath billionaires. They hate the regular people.
Okay, Bernie. So, but you're not one of the regular people. Look at you. You're a Southern belle. You're like in a Tennessee Williams play, and you're the.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Right. Look, you could play that today.
I kind of am.
You could still be Blanche Dubois.
I love that character.
I'm sure.
What a writer.
You know that nobody under like 50 knows who Tennessee Williams is.
I know it's sad, huh?
It is very sad.
What about our age? It's so horrible because...
So horrible.
The references, nobody gets the... I told my daughter-in-law I was talking about Lenny Bruce, and she goes, I swear to God, and I have to recreate it. Wait. Who's that?
How old is she?
34.
34. Well, I must say, Lenny Bruce was even before my time. What?
Really?
Yeah.
How
Definitely.
old are you?
67.
You're only 3 years younger than me.
Lenny Bruce died, I think, in 1969. But I think it could have been 66, something like that.
I think it was 69.
Okay, but I don't think he had been working.
No, he hadn't been working.
Okay, so like,
crazy.
He was not somebody as a kid I would see on Ed Sullivan.
No.
Or, Merv Griffin or something. So he was just this, but because I was a kid interested in comedy, I knew he was a comedy god. And Lenny Bruce, they talked about him like that other comic stuff. But when I actually went to listen, it reminded me that comedy does not really pass through the ages very well. It's.
Oh, it does, though. I disagree.
Some of it, it's
okay.
not
Lenny
a lot of it.
Bruce. Okay, getting real, and let's have another swig so we can relax.
I'm all for that, sister.
That sounds like my Uncle Frank.
Do my Big Daddy impression.
Okay.
Okay, she says yes.
Let's see it.
So how is so what? Now you live in what part of Texas?
I live in the outside of what's it called? What's
Houston?
that fucking town? Austin.
Austin.
About an hour out of there
Oh
in
my
the
God,
hills.
I was just there.
How much do you love it there?
Percentage-wise, I do like Austin. I do. Everybody likes Austin. It's,
Did you go to Joe's Club?
No, I didn't. I did his podcast, but then I had to do a show that night, and I had to go to Dallas the next day. So, me.
Should have went to the club.
Well,
They got Mitzi's room in there. He made a whole
oh, I
bar
know.
for Mitzi.
Mitzi's room?
He's got Mitzi's room. The bar is called Mitzi's room.
Oh.
And there's a picture of Mitzi with a table. It's like Mitzi's spirit lives on there. And
So-
it's like everyone is trying new shit, real offensive out there shit.
Really? Yeah, good.
And I love it. And the audience is like eating it up, even though they're blue.
course.
They're blue voters, but they
Right.
have open minds. And
Well,
I'm
that's-
saying my worst Democrat jokes, and they're loving it.
That's one reason I love places that are cities in red states, because you get a mix of both things. And the country, I think, does need both things.
Absolutely.
So, you go to Charlotte or someplace like that, and it's like, yeah, you're in North Carolina, but it's a very blue city. But it's not so blue that they got the stick up their ass. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think one thing we both don't like is people with a stick up their ass.
Okay, it's like blue mixed with red, commie, equals purple. You know what I'm saying, Bill? With the hair and the whole thing, it's beyond blue. It's the next step towards Stalinist.
Wait,
I've heard
what
you
are we
talk
talking
about it.
about?
Well, I have to get my cigs. Where's my fucking cigarettes? Did I forget my cigarettes?
Well,
I have to go get my cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay, they're over there. I'll be right back.
Yeah. We have cameras that will follow you all over the room.
Oh, good. I'm going to take a leak, too.
A leak?
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, if you have to. So you're moving pretty good for 70.
Yeah, because I went to Joe Rogan's doctor and they hyped me up on all this testosterone.
No.
And it's changed my life.
Are you
For
serious?
real.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I ain't.
Because I know Joe is a big proponent
I know.
of that. I had that discussion once on his show, and I am of the school that I wouldn't do it, because if you do have cancer cells in your body, it can accelerate their growth. And we all do have some cancer cells. We all have something, everything bad.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah. She says it, she lights the cigarette. Yes. I agree.
Don't underscore my joke.
You're right. You're right.
But you got it at least. Half of my life, nobody gets what I'm saying, if it's a joke or serious or what.
Really? Your boyfriend doesn't get you? Of course. How could you be with him for that long if he didn't love every, joke you make? I mean, it's got to be
70%.
I guess that's all you can expect from a man.
It's the most I've ever had from any guy.
70%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my sons,
I'll take 70.
look, my sons, though, they get 90.
90?
Yeah, they get my shit 90%.
No.
You know who
What do you-
else gets my shit 90%? He even gets it 98%.
Ooh, who?
Tony Hinchcliffe, that fucker.
Who?
The comedy assassin, I call him.
Tony?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Don't know.
That does that podcast, Kill Tony.
Oh, I don't know.
It's so fun, Bill. You got to watch that.
I will.
He brings on new comics, which is why I like it, because it's Mitzi-like, These people come up and they audition for 1 minute. They got their fresh, like we used to do for 5. And then we get to judge them. And he roasts them like they put him on a spittle, and he just likes to see the fat drip off him, But then I don't want to do that because I'm so rich and glamorous and famous. It wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be right. No,
So-
it's true.
I just try to encourage them and, say what I think they could correct, because that's more motherly, right? So But it's a fucking blast, and you should be on there as a judge.
Well, now that I got the...
It's the #1 podcast behind Rogan.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're edifying me on all this.
I know you've got to get hipper, Bill. Thank you. Our whole generation is all fucked up and crazy and lazy.
Which one, ours or theirs?
Yeah, ours. We're all fucking mentally deranged.
We're not nearly as mentally deranged or as lazy as the kids.
That's true.
Okay, I'm glad we agree on that.
Okay, that's agreement. They're deranged. They're fucking beyond deranged.
Well,
they don't take care of their kids, and that pisses me off.
We're 2 generations into the rot, really, in society, because they just, it's not the kids' fault. They were just raised wrong. Everybody raises their kids a little wronger. And then you get to this where there's like... There's just no boundaries.
No. It's all fucking bitterness and recrimination. There's no fucking forgiveness no matter how much money you give the bastards. Oh. That's what I found.
With kids, your kids?
Yeah, they never will forgive me. Ever, no matter what I buy them a fucking house, they don't forgive me.
Forgive you for what?
For the fucking years of fame that I put them through. That's what they say.
Really?
Yeah. They're all libtards. My daughters are all libtards, but thank God I have 2 sons that are patriots of this country.
I remember when you were a socialist.
I still am. That's what's so funny.
I love it. You're like a socialist Nazi. It's an interesting...
I'm not a Nazi.
I'm kidding.
Remember when me and you got in that fist fight at the Playboy Mansion?
Fist fight at the Playboy Mansion. You'd think I would remember a thing like that.
Right by the aviary there?
The aviary, yeah, the zoo in the back with the
when
monkeys.
We was both drunk and all fucked up. You called me something and I called you something. You remember that?
I don't, but I'm not denying it. In fact, I love that it happened.
Yeah.
I love that I got into a fist fight with Roseanne.
I socked you right in the jaw. And you hit me back.
No, I didn't.
I always hit men first to see if they'll hit me back. Yeah, you did.
No wonder
right in the shoulder.
No wonder I don't remember this.
No shit, you blocked it out, MK Ultra.
Who's that?
That's the mind control program you're under, Bill.
MK Ultra?
Yeah, MK Ultra mind control.
Are you kidding me now, or do you really think I'm under a mind control?
I do.
Is there a conspiracy theory you don't believe?
No, I'm telling you, I tell the truth. Everything I say, people like you is always laughing at me, and then it comes true, and you never go, I'm sorry I made fun of you, Roseanne. You was right. How come you never say that, Bill?
Because
I'm always right.
You're not always right.
I am so.
You have some, I mean, I don't know. Well, by your own admission, remember... You're
going to say I'm mentally ill, which I say I am.
Well, then why are we having this discussion?
Because you have to listen to the mentally ill. As the Zohar says...
Well, that's a circular argument.
As the Zohar says, in these days...
Zohar?
The Zohar, the holy Jewish...
Who's that?
The holy Jewish...
Is that the thing in Big where he goes... makes?
Yeah. But in reality...
Really? You believe in that?
Of course, I've read it. You should read it.
The thing in the movie Big?
Sort of. But they make it a cult, and they put it in their movies. Because they're Satan worshipers.
Zohar, a cult?
No, they're Satan. They're Satan worshipers from Babylon. They're the reptiles.
Long Island?
No, they're the reptile people, Bill.
Oh, the lizard people.
The reptiles.
Yes, I know that QAnon especially believes that there are a lot of the world's elite. Queen Elizabeth was a lizard person. George W. Bush was there are people who are, they normally, when we see them, they're out there in a suit and tie and they're speaking.
No, it's not that.
But they're actually lizards. They're actually...
Well...
And once in a while you catch them a blurry photograph of someone and you just,
I don't believe all that.
Oh, no.
But I believe that something affects you after thousands of years of inbreeding.
Well, I don't think you could endure thousands of years.
Well, you know how they used to make a king in the old world, you know, the world of pharaohs.
Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt and before Egypt. It used to come from a brother and a sister
What did?
mating. How you make a
child.
a royal prince or
Yes,
a king.
the pharaohs were victims of inbreeding. That is true.
Yeah, right? So
Right.
it went on for hundreds of centuries.
Right.
So that DNA thing is different from other humans except the Jews, which also inbreed. No, I'm kidding. And so do people
Well-
in Kentucky. That was my joke. But no, the pharaohs and that line, they're really super inbred with their DNA.
Yes, they were.
Right.
That's true. And it, of course, drives you mad and makes you like have a shittier immune system. You know,
Yeah.
you're susceptible. And,
And psychopathology, I
Yes,
think, because
right.
they think they can like decide
That's why-
how many millions of people will die next year and the stocks will go up.
That's why I think people are generally attracted to people who don't look like them. I know that's true in my case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'm Irish, fair skinned. That's like the one type I don't like. I'm like,
Ha ha! Yeah, that's true.
you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think that's because my DNA is saying, you know, mate with this one because it's less likely the kids will come out, you know.
Like you.
You still got it. You still got it.
I'm loving that I still got it.
You still got it.
And
totally.
I'm going on stage there at
I
Joe's.
mean,
it's so
you're-
fun. I
You
love it.
You got a lot of nutty ideas, but you're not nuts. I know that sounds like a distinction without a difference, but I swear to God, it's meaningful. I find it very ironic that you raise nuts.
Yeah, in Hawaii, macadamia nuts the perfect protein
Of
for
all
the world
of all the things to pick,
because it's
why-
the perfect protein for the world.
why nuts?
Because it could solve world hunger in 10 minutes.
What?
You know, I think deeply about these things, Bill. They're not a joke to me.
What is it about nuts that spoke to you when you were thinking about raising something?
Okay, I'm telling you, fool, listen up. Listen up here.
Yes.
Because of the macadamia, I bought my farm sight unseen because it was a farm that had several thousand macadamia nut
Right,
trees.
Right.
And I was intrigued once I read that, because my son's it all goes back to my son having severe learning disabilities and they had a school in Hawaii. So I sent him there, and so I bought a farm so I could be by my son. That's where it comes from.
Wow.
Okay, so I thought, well, I'm going to do something useful to the world. So macadamia nuts, I researched them, so it was perfect protein for the human. And it's so easy to grow, and it is rich in all the right fats for brain, you know, to develop your brain and to fuel your body and like, you know, all the good stuff, all the good fats, all the good proteins, and very low in carbohydrates, high in energy. And, you know, I just got intrigued by, man, this could feed the world. I got really altruistic over it.
How many trees do you have?
5,000.
5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people does it take to tend to 5,000 trees?
Well, see, that's the problem.
It's just you?
Yeah. Me and like 4,000 wild pigs that I have to like, you know, I have to shoot them because they're attacking me. So I have had to become a huntress.
Wait. 4,000? What? You're joking.
No, I'm not
what are you
joking.
talking about 4,000 pigs?
Well, because it's overrun by wild pigs because of the nut trees, because I can't harvest them because they're so labor intensive.
You can't keep animals out with a fence?
I've got a fence. It goes under the ground. The pigs are so smart. You know, I call them the uniparty, the Republicans. That's what they are. They'll go, if you think you're going to keep them out with a fence, electric fence that goes under the earth, you're not.
What are they?
They want what you have.
Okay, but boy, it's like they're pigs.
Yeah.
But What? So they tunnel under the fence?
Oh, they'll do anything.
But what do
I
you
saw
mean?
this one bitch.
But specifically,
she knew she couldn't get through. They're so fucking smart.
Okay, but you say
no.
it's,
Wait, let me tell you. They're
it's
so
either
fucking.
under
They're
or
smarter than humans. Listen.
Okay, it's either
They're smarter than humans. I seen this one big old pig bitch. She couldn't get into what I have.
A sow.
She's got 9,000 fucking acres around her, but she's got to come where I am, where she ain't wanted. See, because she's a Republican.
a sow, right?
Yeah. So she puts her little tiny baby through the hole in my fence. She squishes him through, pushes him through. So
Like an anchor baby.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
And I see them pushing their babies to the fence, and I am overrun by wild pigs.
And you said there's 4,000?
There's so many fucking hundreds of them. Every time I come home and go up my driveway, there's more of them, and they're looking at me too. First they used to scatter,
but how do you?
But now they stand there going, "What are you looking at?"
But who counted them?
Me. I got obsessive
4,000? I mean, I want to know how you actually count 4,000 wild pigs in a forest by yourself. That just seems like that you probably didn't do that.
I'm estimating.
Yeah, it was like a perfect Jack Benny. I'm estimating.
How great was that guy?
Also before my time, but
my time too. But I did get to see him on TV.
But that's the thing. When you're a aspiring comic as a kid, you want to be a student of the past ones too. And
okay, let's get to the real deal. Let's cut to the chase here, because this is what I really was excited.
Cosby, I think he did it.
No, I was wanting to talk about him. Cosby, okay, let's talk about him. But okay, wait. I don't even know about what taking that off the table. They did taking all that shit off the table.
Yeah.
They did violate his civil rights, because he signed that paper saying, "I will only testify to the truth
that's why
if I am not prosecuted."
That's why he got out.
And they agreed.
That's why, yes.
That's why they overturned the shit,
Yes.
because they came back on him after they agreed they was never going to come. So they violated him.
Okay, but what they did is they fucked up the procedurals.
Right.
And that counts. That's our system. And he did serve 3 years. By the strict rule of the law, he shouldn't have served any time, because you're right.
That's right. So they got their pound of flesh.
Can we call it poetic justice? Because he certainly deserved to serve probably more than 3 years, considering. I mean, I was willing to let the first 50 go. When it got higher than that, I was like, hey, I'm seeing a pattern here. Maybe this guy did do something. Yeah, it is amazing the way he was enabled through decades.
Well, just the transcripts of the trial that he admitted to are horrible.
But the crimes that you can perform almost in broad daylight.
Not almost. Christ, it's like saying the emperor's naked, and that used to shock people. Now it's like he's not happy enough to be naked in the streets and not anybody say nothing. But now he wants to walk down the street and just bend over and put his butt right up in our face. And we're not supposed to say nothing.
Well, I don't think we're not supposed to say nothing. I don't know why you seem to want to always pick a fight where I feel like.
Because they tried to destroy me, Bill.
Who's they? Oh, you talking about the networks?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you. I always felt for you. I mean, for people who don't remember or too young, Roseanne was the biggest thing. There was a rarely seen kind of comet that crosses the show business sky, like when she first went on The Tonight Show. It was
this is sounding like a Jack Benny
It was the biggest reaction. We had not seen anything like this, hit a nerve, what do we want to call it. Then the biggest sitcom, and then comes back, what is it, 20 years later, 10 years later, something with
20.
The reboot of the sitcom goes to #1 again.
Try that, bitches.
And then you tweeted something that I don't even know if you thought it was racist. It certainly was.
It was not.
Well, okay, well.
I thought the bitch was white.
I know, that's what you thought, but that doesn't mean it isn't racist, because obviously.
She looks
Well,
just like the fucking picture.
You're not going to get yourself out of this by reiterating that.
And everybody's in power got to be made fun of.
That's true.
Mark, 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 Mark. Fuck you. If you can't take a joke, fuck you, you fascist. That's how I feel, Bill. And you know what? I don't give a fuck what color your ass is. If you ain't doing right for your own people or anybody's people in this country where people are sleeping in the streets and it makes me fucking sick, then fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. You are offensive to me. You better take care of the people who are living and dying in these streets. Fuck off. I'm so sorry. But it just came out.
No, I'm glad. That's what I want. I want it to come out. It's what do old friends do when they get together? You can either have a blah, blah, boring, like, chit-chat, small talk conversation, or you can, like, let it out and I'm trying to tell you, like, I get what you're coming from. I also...
I don't know how to do it other than just say it.
Balls than anybody.
That's because I'm a trans man, and people don't know that.
Well,
I am, though.
No, you're not. You're not a man. You were never a man. We knew you you were a child star. You were on the Disney Channel. You were a little Rosie. Remember? Little Rosie. I remember the character you did. You were really a witch, I think, of some kind, but a good witch from another planet. And somehow they implanted all these crazy ideas in your brain. And cut to... It looks like they really did.
Oh my God, you know what really happened though?
But you need to be a little more sensitive to like people who, I get it. I face the same frustrations.
Them. I want to set the captives free.
Who's the captives?
The fucking people that believe anything that comes across the TV.
But you're on TV sometimes.
Except me. Bill.
You were reminding me of a really warm, wonderful memory, which is you doing Politically Incorrect, which when you were the biggest star in television, and I had a little show that was getting 0.2 rating, and you came into the show, I think with Tom. I think you did it together.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did we?
And like the point of that show was like, everybody should get a voice.
Right.
I mean, even when you're nutty, I think you should be heard. Like, I don't believe in any sort of circumcision of free speech.
Oh, that is a great word. Oh my God, circumcision of free speech.
Yeah, I didn't really mean it. I was just...
I think we have to remember that, Americans like after 9/11, Bill?
9/11, you mean?
Huh?
You called it 911.
Oh. Well, it's an emergency.
I know, but we did at the
How come they're alike?
I remember at the beginning, people were calling it 911.
Yeah.
But then it became 9/11 and has been that way for like 21 years. But, better late than never.
9/11. I hate saying it. Oh, it's just awful memory, but...
Oh, yeah.
But I remember I didn't find out about it till 9/12. That's so weird, but it's true.
Why? Why, Gracie?
It is like that.
Why?
It is to remind me.
And I'm just like George Burns. I got the cigar. Why didn't you find out about it until 9/12?
Well, George.
What?
Well, George. It's like this, see?
Another comedy icons who were before my time, but I still knew.
So brilliant.
I remember when I was
I should talk about her, how fucking genius that woman was.
Gracie Allen?
Yeah.
Well, it is true. Again, I didn't actually I knew what the act was. She was the dumb blonde. It wasn't really dumb. It always has to work out where the man looks like the asshole.
It does have to work out. But I tried to change that paradigm because I didn't want Dan to look that way.
You brought real truth, both in the stand-up and in the sitcom, to domestic American life. You also, I tell this every time.
I tried.
Every time people bring up that movie, Dolores Claiborne,
Uh-huh.
I always say, I remember this very clearly. Roseanne was the first person to talk about how common child harassing is, whatever, what's the right word, whatever.
Use?
Yes, yeah. And which is what that movie's about.
Right.
And I remember so clearly at the time, the reaction was, she's exaggerating, oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I was skeptical myself. I don't think I was like, oh, Roseanne's full of it. I was like, oh, I did not know that. You were the one who like really put that out there and said, no, it's not a weird or rare thing. It's like, it's all through the culture. I guess it's been through every culture.
Forever.
It's amazing how
but we're just
horrible humans are that they can fuck children.
Oh, they do worse than that.
Murder, I guess, is worse.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, you got a thing. Yeah, good.
No one, I had this all along.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm like Dorothy, who just remembered she could go home at any time.
It is like that.
So,
I played the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz on Broadway, you know.
Typecasting?
Ah! Oh, my God, was it fun, though? Yeah, it was typecasting.
Oh, the villain is always the fun part.
Oh, it was so fun. I got to fly on them fly things.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
I don't know. What year was this?
Oh, one of those years.
Right.
I got to run for president, too. Weird. I wanted to talk to you about that. But anyway, we'll go back. That's a whole other subject.
Why don't you raise pot instead of nuts?
Well, I tried, but they won't fucking legalize the shit.
Oh, you're in Texas.
Yet neither Texas nor Hawaii will legalize me to sell my...
Not Hawaii?
They won't do it neither.
Come on.
They won't.
Wow.
And it's a socialist state, and they won't do it.
I'm surprised to hear you admit that. See, that's the thing. Your politics are so all over the map.
1 foot in blue, 1 foot in red.
I know, but what does that add up?
That's straddling the vast middle, bitch.
Okay. I would concur with you that we need both sides.
We need the vast middle.
We need the vast middle, correct.
How did they marginalize the vast middle? That's what I ask myself every day.
But some of the things you say are not representative of the vast middle.
No, I know, because I'm fighting on another level.
Another level?
I'm fighting up here in the penthouse of thought where wars are won and lost.
I mean, people get at the truth through different means. I mean, some people are out with it. I think you and I are in that category generally. And we pay a big price for it sometimes. I mean, people do not like to hear truth. They really don't. They say they do. They like it in theory.
Well, I say they like it after the guy that told the truth has been tortured and murdered and stripped of his skin after 2,000 years. Then they think he's cool.
Well, we could be a little rosier about it than that, can't we?
But, I mean, they only like him 2,000 years after they've died a tortuous death that they put him through. You know, it's just gross how people think.
I consider myself a realist, but, when it tips into that darkness, I don't know if that's realism either.
Of course it is. We live in a fucking dark world ruled by Satan.
You don't live in a dark world. You live in Hawaii and Texas.
I don't, but the most of the world lives, and myself, I'm forced to live in this sphere where it's controlled by Satan the snake.
Wait, a sphere that is ruled by Satanists?
Yes.
Who are the Satanists?
Well, they're all over the place, but they don't know that they're doing it.
Like who? Like name somebody. Just anybody. I don't know. I don't know who's George Bush, Jeff Goldblum. I don't know what level are they everywhere? The bank. Who are the Satanists?
At the very top sits the Bank of International Settlements in Bern, Switzerland.
The Bank of International Settlements? I've got my savings account with them. Oh, no. I mean, it's only $142,000, but still, are they in trouble of some kind? Are they they're caught at being an international cabal?
Well, they were actually caught at that in 2008 with the HSBC bank hack.
Well, the whole world economy collapsed in 2008. They weren't
That's
the
correct.
only ones.
How smart you are to have noticed that about 2008. Let's clink a fucking glass on that.
Okay, it's common knowledge, but thank you. So,
But I didn't know you had that common knowledge.
well, yeah, I host a show about the news. It was kind of like the biggest story of that year. But okay.
Well, I don't remember every God blessed thing you utter.
Well,
I'm
plainly.
I'm consumed with myself as you are.
Are you still into Kabbalah? I know you're into Kabbalah.
I'm into the Zohar, that thing you know nothing about.
Well, I love Big. He could not have gone back to childhood if he wasn't with the Zohar.
If you saw it, it would blow your mind. It tells us about the karma of ants. And anyway, that's the key.
The karma of ants. It is a little ethereal. It's like
it's very.
It begs
ethereal.
for like a Woody Allen joke. Like
it kind of does.
The karma of ants, but does it affect alternate side of the street parking? Is my my question.
Jokes are the greatest.
The best.
The greatest thing to save humanity. That's why I just love being back to comedy.
They will not save humanity, but I'm.
No, I agree. We're done for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember when ISIS was riding high. Do you remember after the Iraq War was over? I guess it was Obama into Trump, mostly Obama, second term, I guess, when ISIS was kind of like took over a caliphate, which, you know, people were crazy, thought Glenn Beck, who is crazy, said they're looking to start a caliphate, and then they did, which, you know, Glenn Beck I still think is crazy. But like when he's right about one, give him the credit. He did, you know, like he did say that, like, and they won't do that. That's what's
the greatest quote. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Well, I don't think it was.
Truth is truth.
I would give him a little more credit than that. He seemed to study that subject quite well.
I understand him completely because he is LDS, and I was raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, amongst the LDS, and I totally understand what he's saying. And much of what he's saying is, you know, I know that they'll forgive and excuse me for saying, but that is because of the deep teachings of the Zohar, which the Mormon Church does teach as the pearl of great price.
So you were both raised a Mormon.
And a Jew. Orthodox Jew and Mormon at the same time.
Okay. So you were raised a Mormon and a Jew, and also took a hood ornament right through the skull. Which do you think fucked up your thinking more? That's enough for you, young lady. You're cut off.
All right, Father.
Yes? Which fucked up your thinking more?
Well, I wouldn't call it fucked up my thinking.
I know. I was just teasing. I was teasing
no, but
about
I understand
the hood ornament.
I understand from your world, which we call the singleton world.
The singleton world?
Yeah, that's our language.
Singleton, meaning I'm not married?
Meaning you have only one personality.
I do. Or everybody.
That you know of.
Everybody or just me?
Just you.
Just me?
Yeah.
Everybody else has more?
Well, I don't know, but you do speak the language of someone who isn't like severely divided. Although sometimes I think you might be severely divided. Because here's a test I always ask people. Take this test to see if you might be severely divided. Do you often say one thing and then do another?
Never.
That's cool.
It's so easy not to. Maybe I did when I was younger and dumber. I'm sure I did. But it's a very easy, once you're a mature adult and you know your capabilities and so forth, I never understand people who do that, who like promise something that they know they're not going to deliver on. Can't you foresee ahead 2 days or 2 weeks when, you know, right? You know, it's like why, you would never like tell a girl I have a big dick if you didn't, because at some point, you know, then you're going to like, hey, you said you had, I know, it was what I said to get you in bed, but now I'm in bed and you see, what a terrible strategy that would be. You know, but people do it all the time.
People set themselves up for humiliation on purpose.
I'll give you a perfect example. Twice I stayed.
Because they're fucked up.
Listen to this. Twice I stayed at a 5-star hotel. I won't say which hotels they are, but, you know.
5-star, we get it.
Anyway, one I'm
I
not going to
love
say
5 stars.
I'm not going to say the name, but it rhymes with more reasons not to stay there again because although I forgave, but not that particular branch. So they're like most people, I guess, are in a hotel. They get up, they're business people. They go out and they do their shit. So they're out of the hotel at 9 in the morning or whatever. I'm a comedian. I'm asleep at noon. There's construction going on.
I know.
Have you ever had that happen?
Of course,
and you hear
always.
This banging and I called down. And this is the part I'm talking about where like, why do people just not tell you the truth right away? And I'm like, hello, what the fuck? I'm trying to sleep. I paid for this room. It's the Four Seasons or whatever hotel it was. I mean, the more reasons. And they say, I'm so sorry, Mr. Maher, but we'll stop that. And they have no intention of stopping it. It's costing them whatever, $50,000 a day or something. And it just goes on. And you call back, I'm so sorry. And they're just like, you got to be fucking kidding. And then you go down to the lobby and you say, what the fuck? You keep telling me. And some guy comes out and says, yeah, we can't stop it. It's like, why didn't you tell me that right away? And, switch my room. Crazy.
That's why I never stay at hotels anymore. That's why I was...
Where do you stay?
Well, I just stay at my own damn farm.
But you're in L.A.
Oh, I mean when I'm over at the islands.
Like, where are you staying now?
Huh?
Where are you staying now?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. What are you talking?
Well, I do have a place out of L.A.
And you have a place in L.A.?
Yeah.
Gee, you're just one of the common people. How many
other
I
live in a lovely neighborhood. No, I do live in a lovely neighborhood that is, a nice neighborhood.
I'm glad you were able to hang on to enough loot to have a bunch of fucking houses around the world because, I think of you as like
all wealth comes from land.
You're like the Cher of comedy.
Ah!
What? Wow, it's like the alarm in prison where they have to all get on the ground. Hit the deck, boys. You get a shot with a rubber bullet. No, but you're very iconic, and you.
I just try to put my.
They can't get you down.
Money where my mouth is, or fuck it.
Right.
I just can't talk bullshit.
No, I know
or
you.
God will
No, I
strike
know.
me down and send me straight to hell where the serpent will rule my soul. I don't want to give in to the serpent. That's what the Bible says, but they got it all MK Ultra, so women can't know what the Bible really says, Bill.
Oh, God. I mean, there's so much to... I'm just too exhausted to go back and pick apart the crazy all the way back to the first crazy, but it's something about the serpent. I think the first part of what you said has merit, but I don't think we need to attribute this to the serpent. And by serpent...
I'm going back to Genesis.
Do you really believe in a serpent? Do you believe in the Bible? Like literally? Are you a Bible person?
I'm a Torah person. Oh. Deal with that. I just want to see your face when I tell you that.
I know, for folks who don't know the Bible, Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible. The
5 books of Moses.
The big ones. Genesis, Exodus, all the big stuff happens. The earth is created, Garden of Eden.
Going out from Egypt.
Yes, of course.
That's the big one, going out from slavery.
Exodus, yes.
Exodusing slavery.
Yeah. I mean, the Bible is just such a silly...
Exodus, movement of the people.
It's just a book full of horrible morality and
I know.
Pointless violence. It's just, as a moral guide...
But that's how they were.
That's how they were, exactly.
Yeah.
But the idea that people today take it seriously and emulate
that's what they should do that same shit?
No, I don't think they should take almost any...
Well, they think they should follow along with the story that's supposed to be teaching them something, but they don't get the teaching of it.
They do teach parables, but they're just horrible lessons. They're like, Jacob pimped out his daughter to the king of Shlomazar so that he would curry political favor, and then the daughter was raped until they, burned down the whole village. I mean, it's never some good lesson.
No, but
it's
check it
terrible.
Out.
It's just
check it out though. That's how they were.
That's how, exactly. I'm just saying.
That's how they were.
Exactly. The problem is that they encoded that into a moral guide, quote unquote, and it's the last thing you would want as a moral guide.
But it leads up to something.
What?
It leads to, well, if you do the total Jewish gematria of Torah, okay.
Gematria.
Yeah.
I don't know that word.
I know you don't, but who cares? You don't need to.
I like.
You're perfect how you are.
I like learning.
That's cool, but you are perfect how you are.
I feel like the older I get, the more I approach on a daily or weekly or yearly basis approach being 100% of, who I want to be at that moment. Like accepting what I can't change and, changing, that old thing, changing what I have the power to change, making the right decisions, not stupid decisions, treating people the right way. That takes decades. And, I just feel the needle does move toward 100, but of course you'd never get there. I mean, these people who say in interviews, I have no regrets. I have regrets every day. There's not a day that goes by where you're like, I did everything just perfectly, even if it's something trivial. So, you just do less and less as you get older. It's the compensating factor that we have for being this age, because we're not as cute as we used to be.
Well, I was never cute.
You sure were.
No, nobody ever wanted to fuck me.
You actually grew into your age great.
No, nobody ever wanted to fuck me in Hollywood. And now I thank God that was correct.
You just have to, look, every age.
Look, if I had to, get to the very tippy top of Hollywood by blowing my way to the top, I would have the worst shame ever. But I never had to do that.
Right. You just did it for fun.
I just did it for free.
Because you're a socialist.
No, it all leads to this. It's all going to be so great in the future.
What is?
Everything. It is, though. I said this at Y2K, which they're trying to obscure all notions of Y2K, but I was right about Y2K and what was going to happen, and nobody listened to me.
Nothing happened.
Including you.
Nothing happened.
That's right. Nothing happened
is that what you said all along? They
inserted the O between the one and the one. All coders know this.
I see.
There was a one and a one, and everybody was obsessed that when the century turned, what was going to happen? Well, what did indeed happen is they added a zero between the one and the one, and all the banks crashed. Just like everybody said was going to happen at Y2K.
But the banks didn't crash.
Oh, yes, they did. And they crashed again in 2008.
They crashed in 2008. They didn't crash in 2000. Y2K.
Oh, yes, they did.
Okay.
But they tried to prevent it. They tried to prevent it by destroying evidence.
I mean, I remember losing money in the year 2000, but it was because...
Yeah, you did.
Because I fell for, again, better to be older and wiser in some ways. I fell for, like, the idea of, like, the internet, which was kind of new, was going to be this rocket of economic superstardom, and invested in a bunch of, tubesocks.com. Who's not going to want to get their tube socks? And of course, we now have a company that everybody gets their tube socks from and everything else. But yeah, there was a dot-com bubble burst around 2000. It had nothing to do with any of this.
It did have to do with Y2K.
It did not. But,
yes, it did economically. In the world of economics, it definitely did.
You said... I mean, I remember reading about it.
Then they started jacking up the prices. Check it out. They jacked up the prices.
Personalities.
And every one of them is a mathematical genius. So kiss our ass.
It's still 7, or did you have to lay a few off because of the pandemic? 3 of them are working from home now. Okay.
There's only one now.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you on meds?
Hells yes.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah.
I remember the pilot.
Am I?
of
The
your...
question is, have you never been on meds? That's the question you should ask.
I remember the reboot, the pilot of the reboot of your show.
Mm-hmm.
The first scene, you and Goodman are trading your pills because
Yeah.
you can't afford to have all the pills you need.
Yeah.
That is your genius.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Encapsulating a blue-collar concern in a way that people...
Oh, they hate the blue collars.
Yeah, but that's the nerve you hit, and you hadn't... When I saw that scene, I was like,
They
oh...
back on that one.
Well...
No, they know what they're doing.
What do you think of this guy who sang Rich Men North of Richmond?
I sent him an email. I want to interview you. And here's what comes back. This can't be real.
He's probably a big fan.
And it's somebody else's name, but not his. And so I sent back, but it is real.
Right.
And then I said, are you a publicist? And I haven't heard back. Because publicists are the most evil people on earth. You know that, Bill.
What I know is...
Tell the truth. They are of the snake.
Don Henley, when they put him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Eagles, he was talking about Irving Azoff, their longtime manager and now mogul, and he said, people in the industry think of him as Satan, but he's our Satan. And that's what you want in your publicist. You want Satan on your side. So,
That's like that Azov clan over there in the Ukraine, the Azovs.
That's very different. That sounds like Fox News stuff.
It's true, the same name.
I feel... Well,
that ain't Fox News shit.
Irving Azoff, the mogul manager, has nothing to do
with the Azov clan.
With whatever's going on in Ukraine, I promise you.
I bet he does.
Unless the Eagles are playing Kyiv.
I'm old. Like, I don't get half the shit I used to.
You're doing fine. You know what? I
don't like this aging shit.
What you don't have is old energy, which is good. You have young energy. That's what it's not. Yes, people can see that we're not 25 anymore, but it's like the way you conduct yourself, at a certain point, like Biden is a perfect example of the other part of this. Biden. Do I think he can do the job as president? Yes, because government is done in small rooms, making quiet decisions. Do I think he's up to running? No, because there is the perception, because he just looks and moves and stumbles verbally. And so it's just, there is an oldness that he cannot escape. It is a monster that is chasing him. Perception is reality. He has to step aside.
I think it's Jim Carrey in a mask playing him.
Jim Carrey did play him on Saturday Night Live for a season.
I know, but like going up the stairs and falling that many times, only Jim Carrey could do that so brilliantly.
It's funny you say that, because I've said this before about Jim. Like most parts, they have a list of people who can play this, and it's like, yeah, they get the first guy they want, but if they don't, sometimes the second guy. Hollywood is full of stories of stars who turned down a part, which turned out to be a hit movie for, Ryan O'Neal, and Burt Reynolds could have had it, but he didn't.
Like Klaus Schwab used to be Colonel Klink on Hogan's Heroes.
Brilliant casting. I mean, he was...
You don't remember Hogan's Heroes?
Oh, of course I do. I loved Hogan's Heroes.
Remember Colonel Klink?
Of course, Werner Klemperer. He was the son of Otto Klemperer, a great German composer or
not
maestro.
Him. I'm talking about the fat bald one.
That's Sergeant Schultz.
That one. That's Klaus Schwab.
John Banner as Sergeant Schultz.
Yeah, yes. Sergeant Schultz is Klaus Schwab.
In real life?
Yeah.
So who's Klaus Schwab?
The head of the WEF.
What's that?
Google it.
Is that the bank
Yeah.
that controls everything? WEF thing. What is the name of that
bank?
thing?
The Bank of International Settlements in Bern, Switzerland.
So the Bank of International Settlements.
That's where all wars are decided.
They meet there, but it's not the Swiss. It can't be the Swiss themselves. They're not secretly running the world. The bank, I get, is there, but everybody uses Swiss banks who wants to keep their. Although in recent years they've eroded a lot of those privacy laws with Switzerland. I mean, it's not quite as in the vault as it used to be.
Yeah,
You know,
it's called the Bank of International Settlements, and it's the central bank of
and
all central banks.
Trace me through how they get to make the decision. Is it about what they finance certain armaments that are then it's too lucrative to not fight a war with these armaments? Is it that kind of thing? Because how does the bank control the war?
Well, banks control all the wars.
How?
Well, they finance all the wars.
I'll concede this.
They go and they sell. Their job
Here's the
is
thing.
to stir up wars and arm both sides for profit.
Okay, there's a book.
Check it out. It's on the internet.
There's a book.
They make money from wars. Period.
Yes, Halliburton. Yes, we understand people do. I mean, and during World War II, they prosecuted war profiteers. I mean, it was not something that went unpunished.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very famous play called All My Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that play?
Mm-mm.
The movie, a very famous movie, black and white. Edward G. Robinson. He's a maker of planes, and he makes planes and scrimps on the bolts a little bit, and people go down because the wing doesn't work right. And one of them is his son, who's in the war.
Oh, God, what a paradox.
And that's the title. They were all my sons.
Oh, wow.
So that was very much on the minds of people back then. Not cool war profiteering. That went away as corporations, and we're on the page with this, the Pentagon. Eisenhower had it right. Military, industrial complex. It's just something that it's the one thing the Republicans and Democrats always agree on, is that the Pentagon needs more money, which really means defense contractors, which is different than defense. And the budget of the Pentagon is like the Virgin Mary. It is sacred, it is immaculate, it cannot be touched, and it just goes up and up.
With no accountability.
With very little accountability, yes.
Like
they
charging
don't care.
$15,000 for a screwdriver.
But that's part of just a kind of corrupt, greasy, end of the empire system that happens in countries. It's not like a deliberate conspiracy. It just happens when people slowly evolve, getting lazier and greedier. There's a book called, I can't remember the name of it, but the thesis of it is that government uses crises as a way to get a policy in they always wanted to get in.
Yeah, they do.
And the prime example would be the Iraq War,
Yeah,
the Republicans wanted to go back to Iraq and kick Saddam Hussein's ass,
Well, so did the Democrats.
They went along, but it wasn't like George Bush. He tried to kill my daddy.
No, but the Democrats went right along with it.
They did. Most of them, not all.
All of them always do the same thing and act like they ain't gonna.
Not all of them. That's how Obama got elected president, partly because he was the one who was right about the Iraq War. He was not for the Iraq War.
But then he bombed 8 countries.
Sometimes presidents have to bomb. They do. The world is full of shitty people plotting against us. Sometimes presidents have to kill you. Yes, that's true. You're the one who speaks the truth. That's the truth. So you can live comfortably in Hawaii and Texas and California and I don't know how many other states, and we can enjoy our cushy lifestyle. Yes, there are bad guys out there. They're not all rooting for us. And they're like the pigs, some of them, in your forest. They want what you have. And sometimes you got to bomb them. But we would try not to. I feel that Jimmy Carter is a heroic president because he's the one president never fired a shot. Now, if he had been president after 9/11, he probably would have had to fire a shot or two. But never fired a shot. That's very rare. Presidents pull the trigger a lot. Now, should Clinton have bombed Serbia in, when was that, 1998, the Balkan Wars? I mean, that's a big thing to bomb another European country. It's a little presumptuous, but they were going to annihilate possibly the Muslims in Kosovo. I mean, it was those are the decisions. people make, and you want the people in office to be sober. That's why, like Biden, I'm not opposed to him.
You think Biden's sober?
I'm not opposed to him being president, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose to Trump, who just next to Biden looks like James Brown at the Apollo, and he's 77. But one guy just looks, the angrier Trump gets, the more he looks invigorated. He fucking killed it in his mugshot.
Yeah,
he could
he
not
did.
have done better in that mugshot. I got to give him that.
It was
killed.
great.
It was. I mean, you could.
It said it all.
Any other actor, you could give 100 takes.
Greatest show on earth.
Any other supermodel, and they couldn't have nailed it. And he only got one take, and he did. That was exactly the look he wanted. Andrew Sullivan said he was trolling the Constitution. Is he still your boy?
Who?
Trump.
Oh my God, you're not going there.
Well, I'm just.
Now you're trying to pick another fist fight between us.
No, I'm just asking. I don't give a shit. You think it's not going to affect my love for you? That's the whole, not the whole point. One of the main points of this thing we're doing here is that I love to talk to people who I don't agree with on everything.
Me too.
Yes.
We
because
should all be able to talk
exactly.
to each
We
other.
should all be able
That's
to talk.
That's the fucking point.
Right, and still come away.
Of America.
Right. That's, I mean.
Long may it wave.
I had Candace Owens here, and, it just made me think, so many of the things she says, she's very funny. When she says something I totally agree with, she's like a comic going straight at it. I mean, the ref needs to call the match sometimes. I mean, it's like, it's not a fair fight. But then it's like, what I thought was like, this is the challenge of America. How to get along with someone who you think, oh, this person is so on the money on A, B, C, and D, but is insane about E and F, or in your case, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, double A, double B, double C, double D.
You would call you, but people but you're on your side. You call common sense crazy.
Me personally, you're talking about?
No, your way of thinking.
Based on facts?
No, mine is.
Yours is not.
Mine is totally factual.
Yours is based on anything anyone says on the internet.
That is so fucking untrue.
It is very true.
It is so not true.
I don't know how you got sucked into the Fox News vortex.
I didn't get sucked. I
think
Fox
they have one
News.
of those swirly things.
I hate Fox News.
And it was like,
I hate
Roseanne.
Fox News.
You hate Fox News?
Always have.
But that's where you get things like, what got you in trouble.
What?
I mean, there's memes in the right-wing media sphere that, need checking out and vetting, and people don't. People just, if they see it on the screen, it's, somebody asked me recently, what scares you? I think they were thinking I was going to say COVID or some stupid thing like that. It was like, what scares me is the human brain. And like how crazy people can be, again, not about everything, but like how much crazy there is out there. And yet, life doesn't just, as it seems like it should, just completely go off the rails. We get up, we drive, we go places, we come home. Sometimes shit happens, but mostly we're living our best lives. And it's like with all these crazy people out there, that's what scares me, is that at some point, there's got to be a reckoning with all that crazy.
Well, I think we're all crazy to someone.
I definitely think we're a too conformist society, whereas when people step outside the bounds of what is the one true opinion, I call it, the conventional wisdom, you're some sort of heretic. That's why I say, I want people to hear everything you think, because yes, once in a while, like the crazy person, we saw this with COVID. Everything that the people who were supposed to be crazy were saying, oh, now the studies come out, and oh yeah, the masks were not good for you. Breathing in your own CO2, something I said like the first week at the thing. Okay, I'm the crazy person, but a lot of times the crazy person, after some time, turns out to be not so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what brought that up, but I'm getting like you.
It goes like for me that my tweet was about a militarized government under the Obama administration. And
What does that mean, a militarized government? Governments control the military. We have a military. We're not a militarized government, not
I'm
yet.
sorry, militarized police force.
Well, the police in America they went through a period.
That's when tanks showed up in the streets.
Yes, I remember doing editorials on this, that especially after the Iraq War, the military had, America always run by, how can we make money on this? Everybody in America is Milo Minderbender in Catch-22. So they had like excess jeeps and tanks and shit that came home from the war. It's like, what can we do with this shit? Oh, you know what? I bet you we can sell it to police departments. Wouldn't you like a tank if you were the sheriff? And that's what they did. And they said, I remember doing a new rule, and it was after the riots in Boston, maybe after the Boston Marathon bombing. Not riots, the manhunt, and it was like, when did Boston get an army?
I got to go to bed, Bill.
Oh, that's honest. Yeah. Okay. Not because I said something bad.
I'm just tired.
Okay. I'm good.
Shit.
I love that it's always right out there. Like, it hit you. You were like, I'm not going to bullshit or like slowly I'm ready to go to bed.
Bill Maher. There he is.
That's really good.
Lovely to meet you.
Who is that?
It was Mr. Carson. Guess it failed.
Oh, of course.
Anyways, great
No,
start. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be with you.
Pleasure to be had.
Thrilled to be here.
Yeah, no, listen, I've been hearing so many amazingly great things about you, and I hear you're blowing up.
Yeah, it's
Do you have Obamacare? I'm
wearing a suit.
Can you get hurt if you blow up?
No, you can't get hurt, but you can get a nice suit.
Actually, you can.
Can you?
When you're young, if you suddenly become like super famous, and we've seen, look at that guy over there with the white jumpsuit. He was dead at 42.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I'm getting ahead of your career.
No, it's fantastic. Yeah, the only old references I know about Milton Berle, you know what I mean? That's the furthest back.
It's so funny. Somebody put him, today I read the new rules that I'm going to do, the many thousands I have to read to find the 5 really good ones.
Yeah.
So one of them referenced Milton Berle, and I thought, who the fuck under 80? Couldn't you make it Tommy Lee?
This is the size of his cock right here.
Right,
Yeah.
It was a big dick. I'm like, can we update the big dick reference at least, you old fucks?
Yeah, I agree.
My writers are getting old.
But seriously, this is a gift for you, by the way. I thought you would enjoy it for you.
Face
Yeah. So there you go. It's my gift for Bill Maher. These CVS face masks.
So where were you on this subject, Matt?
I graduated college in the pandemic, and I did my last semester at NYU in
So 2020
COVID.
was
2020 was my last semester.
That's so interesting.
And it was a weird time. I moved home, and I did my last semester, and that's when I started uploading on Truth Social
you were
and
at what
Parler.
school?
I was at NYU.
NYU?
Yes.
I hear they hate the Jews now.
Well, some are saying that, Bill. Some are saying that. Some are saying that at NYU they hate the Jews. Right? Look at him laughing like a dead dog right in his little chair with his slick back hair like Gavin Newsom.
Oh, wow, that's perfect.
Well, excuse me, we're going to get into that. But that's an opinion. That's an opinion.
Here's something interesting.
Yeah,
I think
please.
the first generation of Trump impersonators like Alec Baldwin, it was a caricature of him. It was funny. We laughed. He's easy to make fun of.
I do an impression of
But
Alec
they don't
Baldwin.
sound. Wait a second. They don't really sound like Trump.
Right.
The guy on SNL and you now, that sounds exactly like him. It's like close your eyes and you wouldn't know.
Well, it's a true thing. And I will. Excuse me, Bill. Stop laughing like a dog, okay? Bill Maher is a lefty lunatic. You have a case of the Trump derangement syndrome, and a lot of people are saying it. He used to like me a lot more before we got a little too political for Bill.
That's almost exactly what he said. He tweeted about me
lefty lunatic
last weekend.
Crazy.
It's amazing how many times he accidentally watches my show.
It's unbelievable.
Like almost every week.
It's unbelievable.
And he said almost exactly what you That is just.
I do want to just
see. I'm going to need
also
a box
say
of laughing Kleenex.
it's an honor to be on the show, though. You know, with such illustrious guests as Patrick Bet-David and Candace Owens. And, like, who's your next guest next week? The armorer from Rust? Is that what's?
What are you, Don Rickles?
I don't know. Come on, I'm nervous.
Do you do?
They're going to say that was.
Do you
planned.
do Don Rickles?
From the bottom of my heart, Bill. I never liked you. No, I don't. I can't really.
You don't do Don Rickles.
I can't. I love
Wouldn't
him,
that
though.
be a good challenge for you?
It'd be a huge
I never
challenge.
see anybody do it, and he's very distinctive.
It'd be a huge. Yeah, I do an Imogen Coca, but yeah, I don't.
Well, you're a real student of comedy.
I love it. Yeah, I love the whole
I can
history.
see that.
Whenever I match with someone on Raya, I say, "Is your favorite show Sid Caesar's your show of shows?"
So you must be hitting on a lot of
If you're
60-year-olds.
not a Sid Caesar fan, it's not going to work.
Are you on Raya?
Yeah, Farmers Only, BlackPeopleMeet.com.
Farmers only.
Yeah, but I'm on.
Imagine being on Raya and Farmers only.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's
Yeah,
hysterical.
Same exact thing.
But are you on Raya?
I am. Yeah.
And what is
Me
that?
and David Spade.
I have to know what do you right? No, listen.
Yeah.
I once had someone. You know, it was Jeff Ross. We were in Hawaii. The first time he went on my Hawaiian when I used to do that Hawaiian gig over New Year's.
Yeah.
And he was showing me his, and he was trying to, or maybe it was Saget. One of them, both of them were on it. They were not on the same.
Well, one of them definitely is no longer on it.
Yes. Morbid, but good. We're comedians. We have to do that. Very good.
We have to. Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Enjoy the masks.
So what is this? Because
Don't I kind of look like I was an intern on Rick Caruso's campaign with the suit on?
I saw him the other night.
Did you?
I saw him at Kivas' Oscar party.
Speaking of,
Were you at
our
the-
mutual friend, by the way. Not kind of
Michael
a friend,
Kivas?
but yeah,
Oh.
I called him a friend just now, but he's.
What an amazing.
I met my new agent at his house.
Oh, you have a new agent?
Yeah, I'm with UTA, and my friend Jim introduced me to Kivas, and my agent was there. Yeah.
So this you've had an agent before, though.
Yeah, I
You're
have,
just-
yeah.
You're just moving up the chain.
I guess, yeah.
Look at you.
I'm getting there. Now I'm with you. So
No, were you on red carpets doing like? So don't you do
I
celebrities
do.
to celebrities?
I do. No, it's been a weird thing. I don't want to get the whole story, but I was doing stand-up in college, and then I started posting on TikTok, Truth Social, Parler, and Instagram
Oh yeah, I
throughout
didn't
the
ask
pandemic.
anybody that stupid. shit.
Gotcha.
No, I'm kidding.
Great. Yeah. By the way, for those who don't know, by the way, I was about to do the show, and then your producer was like, "Relax, you interview celebrities all the time." I'm like, yeah, but when I interview celebrities, it's not in their basement when the door comes up and they come in like a fucking gladiator, like a beast is about to come through the door. Okay. I don't know. You have attack dogs outside barking at me.
Oh, I would hardly call them attack dogs.
Okay,
They're
fine.
very senior.
Is this
Yeah,
tequila?
That's tequila.
Right.
Whatever.
But I've been going on these red carpets, and I've been doing celebrities. It's a
Right.
weird environment. I mean, I don't really know what. They're in a weird flow. They're at these award shows, and I'm trying to get funny moments.
So you're on the red carpet, and then like say a big star like
like Georgie Jessel or something.
Gloria Swanson will show up.
Exactly. Like Ava
so, all
Gardner
right.
walks in.
All right, you're on the carpet. Barbara Stanwyck shows up.
Yeah.
What you do? What?
You know, I sometimes I'll do the impression. Like I saw Paul Giamatti, and I just said, "Paul, it is great to be with you, my friend. It is
Very-
great to see you."
That.
Oh, yes, it is great to see you, sir. You're doing me to you. But sometimes that happens, and
That's
then
great.
sometimes it's just kind of
I
a
have to tell you,
comedic moment.
I am a real easy audience for impressions. When like SNL,
Yeah.
like that's always been my favorite thing they ever did.
Yeah. I love when they do the person next to the person. If it's good, that's
Well,
what I
like
love.
like if they'll do like some movie that we all know, and they go, and this was the auditions, and then they have a whole bunch of people doing.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a great bit.
I just love how you're holding the face masks the whole interview.
Oh yeah, what? No, I wanted to, but you got me these because you know that I was skeptical about.
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
So if you really were Donald Trump, here, you answer because I'll never probably
Sure,
see him.
sure.
He'll probably put me in Guantanamo Bay
see.
in 3 years. But okay, but like I would if I just had to.
They should call this show Club Not So Random, right? This should be called Fake Time with Bill Maher. This is Fake Time. He's got real time. Now he's got fake time. This is fake time with Bill Maher. This is where the shit guests go, right? He's got the Secretary of State on the TV. He's got this dog in his basement, locked up like Sleepy Joe. Go ahead.
No, we had so many awesome people on this show.
Patrick Bet David.
That, why do you mention that one?
Oh, come on,
I
you don't
assume
like-
you're needling me about that.
You don't like Joe Biden? You don't like this guy?
First of all, I'm sure that's a good Patrick Bet David, although I don't really remember because I only met him that one time. But how many people are going to appreciate that? That particular impression. Patrick Bet David.
I mean, what's up with this Brezhnev guy? Looks like he tripped and stubbed his face.
Who's that?
You, 40 years ago. I'm just trying to pull out the old references, Bill. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't do me, can you? Nobody can.
I know.
Nobody can do me.
Well, I know you say that.
Biatch.
I know you, bitch. I know you say that, and I know this might get cut because it make you uncomfortable. There it is. He doesn't like it. You're squinting. You say, get out of my house. It's not bad.
It's not good.
It's not great. Anyways, fuck off. This is Gen Z scumbag hack.
Are you Gen Z? Yeah.
I'm 25. Yeah.
Is that's Gen? What's the cutoff?
I think
You're later.
1946 or something.
No.
I think,
for
I
Gen
think it's
Z.
like 2000 or I'm not sure. I think it might be 2000. Oh, you mean the earliest to be a Gen Zer?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's like 96.
Okay, I think that sounds right.
I think that sounds right.
Wow, so even the Gen Zers are punching 30 in the mouth.
That's right. Yeah.
That's amazing. God, and behind them, they must just be jellyfish, like literal jellyfish. I mean, each generation gets softer and more ridiculous. I can't imagine what are the...
I handed my little cousin a book like a couple years ago. You just started tapping it, expecting it to move.
That's sad and funny at the same
Yeah,
time.
it was. Yeah.
That's right, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
It was. I'm the last.
I've tapped on
I'm
tapped on things.
I'm the last age that I remember going to Blockbuster. So I have the memory of going to Blockbuster as a kid, but I think past that.
Let me tell you something about Blockbuster. My first house was in a struggling neighborhood, but it was a good neighborhood. And then Blockbuster moved across the street on Sunset.
Okay.
And it just changed the whole, then there was hookers on the corner and also some bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but
For those watching, the joke implies that Bill thinks hookers are great.
the joke, yes.
Let's be honest. They're eating Doritos watching this on YouTube. They didn't get the joke. Okay.
Is that me?
I was trying. I'm sorry. Can I be brutally honest with you? I've been attempting to do you for the past 5 days.
I'm telling you, it can't really be done.
It can't be done.
I'm just too sophisticated.
You got it.
But
Howard Stern thought the same thing.
But this well, he's easier, I think, because he's got a distinctive New York accent.
Well, it's a lot deeper. Right.
That's great. Oh,
Well, let me tell you something, Bill. Right.
that's
right.
awesome.
Well, let me tell you this. Right. So the way you do Howard Stern is. Right,
Wow.
Right. So let's talk about this. You've talked about my wife in the past.
Oh.
Right. We don't want to talk about this. Right. Okay. Fine. I want to talk about your wife. Oh, you don't have one. Fuck you.
That's so perfect.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
Right.
You're a great.
Well, Howard Stern is.
You're a great impressionist.
Well, Alan Alda is up here from MASH, but Howard Stern is right down here. Right. So Alan Alda, Howard Stern.
I've heard. You're right. They're very akin. Yeah. I've heard Alan Alda done before.
Okay.
But I never heard Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
But
what I say, I don't mean to blow you too much, but it is a thrill to be here. And seriously, it's a little surreal. Like imagine if you were 25 and you got to just go into Johnny Carson's basement and drink with him.
That's right.
It's fucking crazy.
No, I get it.
Johnny comes out through the door, he beats some woman, and then he just says, it's great.
Your feelings are completely appropriate. Why are we implying Johnny Carson beat women?
I have no idea. I love the guy. Yeah.
He was, look, I was the biggest Johnny Carson fan and still am, but the book that came out about him.
Henry Bushkin's?
Correct. You read it?
Lawyer? Yeah, fantastic.
For the kids out there, boy, you really, you've absorbed a lot from that wasn't your era, which is great because usually, kids, they just have no.
My next guest is Tony O.
Who's Tony O?
Sinatra's valet, I think.
But yeah, I mean, kids don't have any interest in history. It's amazing.
Right.
Like I love it the way your generation, they love to use the phrase.
So talk to me, my generation.
Olden times.
Olden times.
Like there's that, like that's a thing. Like there's now and there's last year and olden times. Those are 3 periods of history.
Yeah.
And then they want to like argue with me about Gaza. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But So who were you mentioning that made me say that?
Tony O. I
No,
think
no,
from
no.
LA.
No, what we were talking about before that, it was like, Johnny Carson, the book.
Carson, the book. Yeah,
Bushman.
the book. Yeah.
He would always talk in a monologue about this guy, Bombastic Bushkin is what he called him. Okay. And it was Henry Bushkin. And he was his lawyer. And he wrote this book, which I found to be very believable because it was not a hit job and it was not a cover-up. It had both. It just rang true to me. And one thing he said that was just amazing was at a certain point, Johnny says to him, Johnny wasn't a guy who talked a lot.
Right.
As Ed said, he packed a tight suitcase. And he's talking to Bushkin and it comes up in conversation and he says, you're my best friend. And Bushkin said he left thinking, I'm his best friend? Like, really?
Right.
That tells you a lot about the guy.
Do you ever get to hang out with him? Like off camera? Did you have any moments?
But I'll tell you a great story. The last time I was on, he was just about to leave for Jay Leno was taking over. And
That's the guy who got burned in his car, right?
yeah. Yeah, there are people who like kids who don't know who that is.
Yeah, Jay Leno's Garage on Fire, season 6.
Right? I mean, they don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I mean, this business is
crazy.
brutal with that.
It's crazy.
But so Johnny is, he
The
gets
Tonight Show starring Charlie D'Amelio, 2046.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Oh, you just picked
Now
a
I
name.
flipped it. She's like the biggest TikToker.
Is he really?
She, yeah.
Who is
Big.
it?
She's like a dancer. Yeah. Dancer on TikTok. Yeah.
A dancer on TikTok?
She has like 100 million followers. It's unbelievable.
And what?
You know that Chinese app from Beijing, right? Warps the minds of our children, right?
Yes.
I have Trump Tourette's, by the way. I'm sorry to the viewer. I do it. It's a problem.
No, I was going to say to you before, if I just was shooting
Cosby? What are you putting in there?
shooting the
Jesus.
shit.
The hell?
Right, it looks like it, doesn't it?
This is my micro impression of you. That's the last time I'm going to try to
roofing
do
myself.
you. It's just you saying the word Cosby. You say, Cosby.
I don't hear it, but
Okay,
maybe it's hard. Maybe you don't hear yourself.
Oh, really? Even the cast of Coda could hear it, okay? I'm sorry.
I want to get you doing Trump. Okay, so
good.
because this is me, but this is real because
That's great.
I did meet him twice.
Okay.
And I would say to him, if we just were shooting the shit,
Sure.
Like I don't want to start a fight. I know you're running for president, and I know
This is my friend Ghislaine.
you're a criminal, and but we're not going to talk about that.
I see.
Do you remember that time? I met you in the club Moomba in New York. Do you remember that, Mr.
No.
President?
Okay, well, Mumba's a great place. Sounds like the name of an African American in the NBA. This is Mumba, number 17 on the Lakers, Mumba.
Remember, it was on 7th Avenue downtown. It was the spot. I mean, I wasn't surprised that you were there.
Well, I actually created Mumba. It was a great place. I invented Mumba. But, Mumba's a great friend of mine. I know the guy Mumba very well. Mumba, he was in that great movie Coming to America, which was great with Eddie Murphy, Mumba Murphy. But Mumba is a smart and tough guy, right? He's a tough guy.
No, this was a club. And then I also met you at the Playboy Mansion. Do you remember?
That was great.
It was the Midsummer Night's Dream Party. Everyone was in pajamas, and you were in a suit, a power suit, your power suit, and you walked around. You did a couple of laps, and you were both,
Like the shark in Jaws.
yeah, very much. And both times, I have to say, you were very gracious. You were very complimentary.
Well, it's a shame you've changed so much, Bill. Bill says that he hasn't changed. The world has changed. Actually, Bill, you've changed. You've changed.
And I've always heard that about Donald Trump, about you, sir.
Right.
That the people who have met you in private situations, especially before.
Let me sit on the edge like I'm taking a shit.
That's right.
Before you were president, always so nice.
That's true.
So it's odd that you're such a hard ass as a politician.
Well, I think it's very unfair when you say that because people are saying that I'm a hard ass, but I'm just a tough guy. I care deeply about this country. I knew John Adams very well. He was a friend of mine, John Adams. We wrote this thing
He's
together.
much too old.
When we played golf with Lincoln last week. He's a great. We played
that's
golf.
much too young.
Lincoln was a great friend of mine. We golfed, and
that's-
the beard was my idea. So
That's
turn that off,
That's
please.
ridiculous.
Thank you. I'm sorry. That's enough of that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, you do a great Trump.
Thank you so much.
So
Yeah.
I still want to know who these other celebrities who you're like approaching and doing them to them are.
Well,
Like,
one guy I haven't
who
done.
have you done?
Well, one
this
guy I
to?
haven't done. Turn around. Just look the other way for a second. Look back.
Oh, who is that? I get it, but I don't.
You really don't know who this is.
I do. I get you got the face.
Right.
Who is
It's
it?
Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell.
Oh, Mitch McConnell. Not the birth.
Let me just begin by stating what a thrill it is to be on the podcast with Bill Maher.
That is good. Yes. Again, the kids must love it. Mitch McConnell. Yeah. I see, because he brings this up. Yes.
I've been saying Mitch McConnell's been the one impression I've been doing at parties to get women my age to want to have sex with me. Yeah.
So who's on Rhea that you're? Have you been matching with people, Matt?
I'm on the apps. You know.
I'm just so curious about what goes on there and how often do you do it?
I just.
How does it fit into your masturbation schedules? Like, do you see a girl and she's attractive and she said, right?
So are you the guy from Club Random? I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And then at night you masturbate to the thought of having this date with her? Is that what happens?
That's exactly, you've summarized it all.
I'm just asking.
No, that's exactly how it goes down. Yeah, I masturbate, and then...
and then if the masturbation goes well...
we throw on real time, and that's how I finish.
And what attracts you to an attractive woman?
I want a woman who loves panels.
Panels? You mean like panels on a show?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, what do I like in a woman? Is that the question?
Or hey, it's 2024 in a person. It doesn't have to be a woman.
And I think
asshole.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think I don't know.
A human.
Sense of humor is a big one. You talked with someone on the show about like a bond is made when you watch a movie together, right? And you both laugh at the same jokes.
You know what? That is so true.
I think like if you a humor is a big one. If I make a joke,
of
a lot of old school, old humor references.
Right.
Like if a girl doesn't laugh at this, I don't want to talk to her.
I spent way too much. Don't make the mistake I made in life.
So
I spent way too much time with women who who didn't get the joke just because the sex.
You mean like this joke?
Yeah. No, I know you're doing Richard Dreyfuss, right?
Certainly hope so, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, this podcast is off the wall.
You saw that Richard Dreyfuss?
Oh, I did.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
he was falling off big time.
Boy, that and
Richard was falling off his chair.
That and me getting punched on Pictionary.
Unbelievable.
Will be the two highlights of my career.
Incredible.
I predict. We all have busy lives these days and can't afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. Z-Biotics is the Kimmel at the Oscars. Now, first of all, I thought he did an amazing job. You got to give it up. This guy he's the right guy for that job. It was hip without like pissing them off.
I agree.
Which is like and
Joe Coy top two.
It's a degree of difficulty where you have to split that difference. And it's good he's done it a few times because that is the hardest job. So I thought he did great. I am split on the mocking Trump.
The fact that it happened during the show, though, was. But I know what you mean. In my case,
only
though,
because half of America is looking at that and going, "Fuck you, you liberal pricks."
But it's also
it works in the room.
But at this point, it's the Oscars. You know, like they're all wearing their pins. You know, like it's so liberal. It's how Kimmel's hosting. They think they associate him with the left. But for me, I love the Carson approach to comedy.
Yes.
And
right.
You can't. The problem is you can't really do that anymore. I don't think.
Do what?
It's harder to be more down the middle. In comedy.
That's my quest to follow that star. That's what I'm doing, and it's working. But again, I've had 40 years of practice.
But
yeah. I mean, it is a hard thing to do, and also you're just impressions are not meant for political commentary.
Well, I'm starting to do more of it. I'm doing an hour of stand up on the road.
Yeah.
And in that hour, I do get political. I talk about things, but. It's funny because I see comments on Instagram, like some people will say, why don't you do a Beijing Biden voice? Where's your Biden voice? And I'm like, I'm not too afraid to do a Biden. It's just that he's so boring. It's so boring. It's hard to do it vocally. Like that's the reason I don't do it. It's not like I'm afraid to comment on him. It's just that it's like boring. And also, he's hard to do. I do a lot of Democrats, though.
He is hard to do.
I do a lot of Democrats.
Like,
I do Bernie Sanders.
yeah, that's
I'm working on my Newsom. I do
Gavin
Bill.
Newsom?
Yeah.
Let
Gavin
me-
Newsom. Kind of like Will Arnett a little bit, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ron DeSantis, he's a bully. He's a fraud. He's a narcissist. It's just, he's wrong. And Bill, you know this? I think it's just, I don't, Joe Biden is the greatest president in the history of our country. The Biden-Kamala agenda is working for the American people. I'm like, he's doing an Obama impression a little bit.
Bill, I do Obama as well. So I have to say, it is great to be back with my fellow weed smoker, Bill Maher. How are you? And I appreciate all those millions of donations. Thank you for getting me to where I am today. Thank you so much.
So, my most obscure political impression is Chuck Grassley, though. Probably.
Chuck Grassley, Iowa Senator.
During the
Chuck
Kavanaugh
Grassley,
hearings.
pushing 90, I believe.
During
now.
the Kavanaugh hearings, just
Yeah.
Senator Leahy. Senator Leahy, we're going to be motioning to the floor. Senator Leahy. Jesus, hang it up, bitch. My God.
I'm a good audience.
You are a great audience.
And that's one thing about Johnny Carson. He was a good audience.
He
You
knew
know,
how to
like-
lay you up, right?
Well, that too. Of course, if you're on, why would they want you to succeed? Of
course.
You know. But also, you could just tell someone is generous with that. And of course, what did he have to lose? Just like, what do I have to lose?
Right.
What are you going to take my job? You know, plus, also, I love to laugh.
Speaking of which, congrats to Bill on his 2-year extension with HBO. He'll be celebrating his 70th on the air. That's going to be something special.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's hysterical that Trump would pull that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love, exactly.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. But in terms of the face-to-face interactions, it's been interesting doing it to the person. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's been fun.
What's great is coming up with any kind of format where you can take the piss out of celebrities.
Absolutely.
And you can do it in a way that they are in on the
Just
joke.
like Greg Gutfeld. Yeah.
And why, Greg? What do you mean?
I'm just joking.
Oh, I know, but like, why did you pick him? For
I don't
that
know.
joke?
I don't know. Yeah.
Greg was here.
Anyway, I know. I saw it.
Greg
Yeah.
was here. Yeah, I am a soldier for trying to get people to just talk to each other,
Mhm.
don't hate each other for the things that too many people just, you know, won't get friendly with the idea that not everybody was raised the way you were. You know, they had different parents, different experiences.
Do you feel
They're
my
just not gonna-
generation has lost sight of that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not just your generation, but, you know, that's where most of the, again, not going to say woke, far fringe left stuff comes from. That's, trust me, they would not have been marching for Hamas in any other generation.
It's truly astounding when you see that.
Are you a Jew?
I am. I
Oh.
am. Me, Howard Stern, and Goldblum, the top 3 tallest Jews in American history. And my father. But no, it does not make sense when you see like LGBT for Palestine.
What do you, why do you think so many people who are successful, I mean, you could have easily not been a Jew.
Mhm.
My knowledge of you could easily, I was asking a legitimate question. I don't know. I mean, you know,
I believe you know my father, Mr. Cohen. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Bill, I apologize. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
again, no one can do me.
Roger
No, I mean,
Ailes, same
you know,
protocol.
I can't be hypnotized either.
Well, I'm hypnotized right now.
Some people. So, oh shit. Now, what were we talking about? It was
I don't know.
something important.
Yeah, I forgot.
You're the
Yeah,
one
the
who.
Jew.
Oh, the
Palestine,
Jew.
yeah.
Yes, thank you. So, you could easily not be a Jew.
Right.
Again, I said it wrong.
Yes.
It easily could have been the case that I didn't know you were a Jew. I
Right.
didn't.
Right.
But it just, if I had to bet, you know,
Does it
like
take out my cross?
successful person in show business, Jew is not a bad bet. What do you, and also not a bad bet in physics.
Well, my uncle is Michael Ovitz, so
Really?
no.
Oh. Doctors, you know, like the Jews just have an outsized
amount of success in many important fields, media. What do you attribute this to?
The Jewish correlation?
No, why are Jews so successful? By the way, I think there's a big connection between them being so successful and them being hated so much.
Well, it all starts with Irving Thalberg in Hollywood. Now,
Well, not all
no,
of
I'm
it,
kidding.
but
No, I don't
show
know.
business.
I don't know.
Irving
There's a there's a
Do you do Dennis Miller? Because you have enough,
kind
you
of.
have enough references.
Yeah, maybe. I got to work on my Dennis Miller. Maybe I'll do it when I perform at CPAC. But I
Right.
and when I headline at the NRA. But anyway, I love you, Dennis. I think there's a relentlessness to Jews. Maybe I don't know. Like,
Well, that'll happen
they-
after you've been, almost exterminated.
yeah, what did you say in a podcast? You said like the Jews went when they were running Hollywood. They were suddenly they went from pogroms to being sucked off by starlets.
I don't remember that, but they were.
Well, it's on tape.
Yeah, I'm not denying it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But yes, all the people. Neil Gabler wrote the book. I'm just quoting
What was the book again?
how the Jews invented Hollywood.
Okay.
All the first generation of moguls, the Louis B. Mayers, Zanuck
Zanuck too. Was it?
Zanuck is what
yeah.
Lemley,
Lemley. Okay.
of course Warner.
Warner.
Some of them changed their names. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they all came from within a 300-mile radius of Warsaw.
Right.
They were Eastern European Jews, German,
Fascinating.
Polish, Hungarian maybe, and a lot of the early filmmakers, Billy Wilder and so forth. And they were, Jews who came to America and nobody wanted a part of this new risky industry.
Right.
Jews weren't allowed in a lot of other industries. It was much more like it was for blacks later on,
Yeah.
and of course even worse then. But so, I'll get into the flickers, and then they got, and they found themselves, by the 20s, 30s, in charge of this. That they ran the whole town,
Yeah.
and they fed back to America this idealized vision of what America is Neil Gabler's big theme. And he's right. Andy Hardy, all these movies here are these Jews who sort of idealized the white picket fence Protestant lifestyle that was anything but what their past was. But of course, now they were there and they were in the promised land and they could have a shiksa girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they did. Oh my God. The level of sexual harassment in that era,
I don't know why I'm laughing.
it was just, there was just no laws.
Some would call it the good old days.
But Mr. President, that's not appropriate.
Some would call it that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But that era fascinates me of Hollywood history.
it's amazing that you can run for president after a jury has found you guilty of
That's
sexual
true.
assault.
That is true, right? As I said on the bus with the great Billy Bush, when you're a star, you can do anything, Bill. Grab him by the pussy, lick it, finger it, do whatever you want. Give it a little dance, right? But I will tell you that
What about-
you got to be careful with it.
And what about the ass? Do you play in the naughty place?
I love to play in the ass. I love to get pink eye from Melania. That's a great thing. I love to play in that ass, right? But
Wait, is
Bill,
the-
shut your mouth.
wait.
Shut your mouth, Bill. Somebody asked me,
Excuse
are you an
me.
ass man or a titty man?
Excuse
I
me.
said, Bill, I am an ass man. I'm an ass man.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Does the pink eye
The pink eye, right?
Mine's
the orange eye, right?
refer to? Is that referring to the disease you get from getting bacteria in your eye, or does that refer to the actual asshole? Is that called the pink eye?
That's not a question. Maybe you can ask my physicist, Deborah Burks, could answer that question. Deborah might have an answer for that.
I guess this kid's not too bad. I'm sorry, Bill. I apologize.
Was that me again?
Not really. Just smash this bottle over my goddamn head.
No, but
Jesus.
you got to work on it take it back to the shop.
It's just the attitude. It's just the attitude I'm trying to get. I love you, man. I don't know how to conceal it. I fucking Club
thank
Random.
you.
The comments. You know what? In Hollywood, there's an element. My agent told me, or my friend Jim actually told me. He said, "You got to." Oh, I'm about to get killed. He just pointed this. He said, "You got to be cool in Hollywood. You got to treat it like you're in high school dating. You want to be cool. But you know what? When I have the opportunity, I have to be honest, say how surreal it is to
yourself.
be here with you.
If
It's
you,
true.
if you can't be yourself in this setting
Yes.
with me, then you're probably not going to do it. But you're fine. You are. You know,
You make it
just
easy.
play the reality of the scene.
Right.
I always think of life as a movie.
Thank you, Mr. Meisner.
And like I've said this before about, you know, relationships, like somebody will want to do something. I'll be like, yeah, well, we had the great scene when we met. Then we had this other scene, and now we're up to this part of the movie. So why we don't want to? We already shot that scene. Let's do this new.
We shot it like Baldwin. I'm sorry, cut that. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate.
Well,
My God.
you have a feud with Alec Baldwin because
You do.
he did you for all those years.
You mean
don't
that
you?
lying dog? Yeah, I do,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
I actually met Alec Baldwin.
That must have got. Oh, you do Alec Baldwin.
Well, I do Alec Baldwin doing Trump. So I just go, we've got a great show.
Yeah, exactly.
Boopity 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 boo.
Right.
He doesn't actually.
That's what I'm saying. There was that one generation that sucked, kind of an actual impression,
Yeah.
and then
Daryl Hammond would do a solid one. Interesting.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Daryl
I think
Hammond,
Phil Hartman did it as
who
well.
used to do
Phil Hartman would do it as well.
do who?
Trump. Yeah,
Trump?
He did it briefly, yeah. I love Phil Hartman.
Well,
by the
first of
way.
all, Trump was a different Trump then.
He was a different Trump.
So, I mean, you're getting that nuance of, and I love the I should know his name, but who was on SNL? Who does?
The current one?
Yeah.
James
James.
Austin Johnson. We don't need to say his full name. Yeah.
Oh, is he your rival? I'm
James
sorry.
Austin Johnson, right?
But that's the only one he
Right,
does.
right,
You do.
But no, but it's interesting with you because
But he captures that the Trump insane, just like train of thought.
He does.
He's worse than me when I'm high.
He does.
You know, he just.
when I you have a similar thing too, though, because I watched an old clip of you on Ed Sullivan. I mean, I'm kidding. I watched an old clip of you on Carson. Were you because you had a little bit of a higher thing, like the voice? Now it's more control, but I think
really?
when you were younger, you'd come out and be like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the audience isn't facing.
Well,
I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, you know what?
hello, bumpity, bumpity, bump.
People in different eras,
Right,
not just when they're young, but everybody like literally talks different.
right.
Like in the 30s and 40s, my old girlfriend used to just crack me
She was
up.
a Bobby Soxer, right?
No, but
Got
she was born in the 80s.
I see, yeah.
But she used to do an impression of like, she's like, why do they talk like this? You know, and it was just like so dead on.
It's
and
hysterical.
and they did talk differently in
They did.
the 30s and 40s. Hey, I'm going down a 3rd Street.
And more
What the
specifically,
fuck? Why were they talking like that? Why are we not talking like that? Should we be?
I mean, and more specifically, comedy has changed in that capacity too.
Or were they just doing it for
I don't know.
just how they talked in the movies? Maybe in real life they didn't talk like that.
I was at a bit on stage. I was like, I wonder if like baristas do that yelling voice like sexually. Like they'd be like, I have a grande ice mocha for Bill. They'd be like, I have a grande fingering for Susan. Like I don't know, like I'm fascinated by the voices we put on. You know,
Okay.
You're like, stick to the voices, monkey boy. Enough with the bits. Jesus Christ.
No, the good ones are the good ones, and
You tried being
You're-
funny ingesting the smoke, right? That's great.
it's you.
That's why we brought the masks.
You remind me of my friend Jimmy, my best friend. He just like he's not.
Which famous Jimmy or an irrelevant?
No. Well, he's a very famous.
Is it a Jim Carrey?
No.
We don't want to
He's
hear
a
about him,
writer.
no.
He's
Yeah.
a brilliant.
Oh, a writer. So behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Right.
Anyway, but he's like he's just never afraid to. He throws an interception and he just get right back. You got to keep throwing, man.
You gotta keep throwing.
Yeah, it's like he's not deterred that his batting average is not 1,000. Nobody
Right.
bats 1,000. I mean,
Right.
some people bat higher, quite frankly.
Like you when interviewing Dr. Phil. What?
But
Okay, that was a great interview, by the way. I
It
love
was?
that. You and Dr. Phil.
The one on
You
here?
made a joke to him, I think on Real Time, and then he was like, "That's a good one, Bill, but
yeah.
take it back." I don't know what he said. It was
Yeah. No, he and I actually get along really well. But also, I must say, and I love him, I really have come to like him. We spend time here, and I get to know people so well in just a couple hours. But he's got this show, and I could just tell he's bursting at the seams to like be political, and the show is but he is trying to maintain this idea that I don't get into politics. And
Dr.
yet-
Oz too.
Well, I'm not.
he went
I'm not
political.
familiar with Dr.
Eyebrows
Uzik.
up here.
Oh, I know who he is. I know he ran for Senate in Pennsylvania. I'm just not familiar. I never watched the show.
Did you see when he blamed, he went on a rant about what Biden has done wrong? And he goes, the price of coup d'etat has raged. The price of coup d'etat is outrageous, and it's Joe Biden's fault. I went to Wegmans and I bought this coup d'etat. It was insane.
See, I don't know him well enough to know if that's awesome or.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Well,
I got to just keep swinging.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Yes, exactly. I don't know why I never watched any of Dr. Oz because I'm so interested in that subject of medicine. But I did hear from people that he was, he sold himself out to like quack stuff. And, the thing is that one man's quack is another man's real healing medicine, and that's been proven over and over again. Something they said was not effective was something that's more effective. Marijuana.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams, the famous football player, was like, they wouldn't let me, they suspended me for smoking pot. That's what helped with my anxiety. And then they put me on pharmaceuticals that are legal and they don't work and they didn't help. And so there's a lot of that. So when a guy is like called a quack, I'm always like, I don't know. I would have to see for myself. But enough
I certainly hope Dr. Larry Nasser is not included in this group of doctors.
and how about Dr. Eugene Landy? You know who that is?
Yeah, who is that again? Eugene Landy?
He was Brian Wilson's psychiatrist.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's my medical team.
Okay, beautiful.
Dr. Conrad Murray.
Okay.
You know who he is, right?
Conrad Murray? Sadly, I'm missing some of these references.
Was Michael Jackson's.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
That's my medical team. Dr. Conrad Murray, Dr. Eugene Landy, and Dr. Larry and Dr. Vinny Boombots.
Oh, my God.
They handle all of
Jesus Christ.
I get...
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing being here with you because people ask me on my Instagram, my social media, they're like, how do I meet so many celebrities? They have theories on me. They'll be like, am I super connected or something? And somebody actually writes, were you on Epstein's Island? And I said, I'm 25 years old. If I was on Epstein's Island, I would have been one of the kids.
That's funny.
I swung and I got to first. Yeah.
Well, I want to know more about what's going on with the things that you know that I don't know, like the clubs. Are you in the clubs?
I'm in the clubs.
See, I haven't been in the clubs.
Why would I go? Why would you go in the clubs?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and yet so many
you
guys.
can leave your forest.
So many.
Yeah, it's great. Bill, great house. No, great forest. Yeah, national park.
So I don't even live here. I live next door.
Great, another forest. Yeah, in the clubs. I'm in the clubs.
In the club.
It's been
50 Cent.
This is fascinating. No,
in the club.
For
I'm
me,
into having sex. I'm into making love.
For me,
give me
I started doing like stand up in the clubs. I was in college, and I would go into.
But what are the clubs like? I mean, like I got out of the clubs. Well, I started Politically Incorrect in '93.
Okay.
Did I? Yeah, so right up until then, I moved out here in '83. So I was at the Improv, which is still, you work the Improv?
I live in New York, but I'm here all the time now. But when I'm here, I'll do the Comedy Store, the Improv.
You do? And
Club in New York, I do the Stand all the time. That's kind of my home club.
And you're so hot now in the industry, both clubs let you, they don't give you that shit about if you work one, you can't work the other, do they?
I'm just kind of popping in right now, to both those clubs.
And they put you right up?
I kind of have, I've just been popping in, and sometimes building my contacts there. Now, I guess hopefully they can just let me in whenever I want, God willing, but I hope so.
Yeah, I think probably.
I think now they should be, hopefully.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I mean, there was a lot of stupid
the clubs are
comedy club rivalry politics. I mean, this again is a long...
Mitzi Shore shit.
Yes, but...
I don't like, the whole gatekeeper thing pisses me off. I cannot stand it. And I know that's just a part of how that used to work, but like now with TikTok and social media, they've removed a lot of those gatekeepers.
You
like before, to sit with Bill Maher 20 years ago, you had to go through
do a lot of other things. There were a lot of barriers to entry, but now you can post a video from your kitchen.
Exactly.
And you can start a show, and it can reach millions of people.
No, you've cut out the middleman.
That's right.
And which is both good and bad, because you can't complain,
Of course.
that you didn't get your shot.
Of course. Absolutely.
You took it right to the people.
That's right.
And that's that's really good.
But the clubs, we've replaced cocaine with Zyrtec.
What's Zyrtec? What is Zyrtec?
Ask Michael Jackson's doctor. It's an allergy medication.
Was that me again?
I don't know. I have Tourette's with this. I can't stop. My sister called me a glorified parrot the other day, which is pretty
That's
accurate.
funny.
But
that should be the name of your special.
I think so.
Glorified parrot,
I think
right?
So. I'd be really fun. Yeah. Kid Rock is my sidekick. But
What?
I don't know. I'm just, hopefully in the green room they're laughing.
I'm doing a live Club Random event with Kid Rock.
That's why I brought that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. But
Did you see that?
I did.
The picture of,
Incredible.
isn't that great? That's my dog Chico,
Incredible.
who I compared to Kid Rock.
Gorgeous.
Because he barks at nothing.
Amazing. No, right next to the Michael Vick jersey.
Michael Vick.
Why is the Michael Vick jersey next to
For
Chico?
the people just listening, there is no actual Michael Vick jersey.
All right.
But there is the picture.
We edited it out.
There is Chico on the cover of Rolling Stone with
Speaking of next week's guest, Michael Vick plays with Chico. But anyways, the clubs.
oh yeah, the club.
The clubs, I don't know. I mean, I don't really, it would have been fascinating to see how it was in the 80s, or like whatever, but it's probably a friendlier place, but it's still very competitive.
Well,
it's a very competitive industry. Yeah.
so I wrote a novel once about my early days in stand-up.
Yeah.
You would like it. I'm surprised you haven't read it. True story. I'll get it to you. You'll love it.
Yeah,
I'll give
please.
you one before you leave.
Okay, great.
It's really fun.
Can't
it's
wait
a
to read it.
novelization of what my life was like in those early 80s.
Can't wait to read it.
The very beginning, I think they call it an epigram. It's like wasting paper, one page with just one little line on it.
Yeah.
And it says,
One little line just like Don likes, Junior.
it says, they loved each other because they shared a dream, but they hated each other because there wasn't enough of it to go around. And I feel like that summed up the life of
That's
the
interesting.
comics at those. We of course we related to who else are we going to relate to, and we did love each other. There was a real brotherhood, sisterhood with the comics that I started with. We were all kind of in the same boat, but it is kind of also like the army. Some of you are going to get shot.
It's like
in
the Hunger
head.
Games. A little bit.
The Hunger Games, yes. To
Yeah,
put
no,
it in your generation's mythology.
Exactly. Yeah. But even more so though, it's even, you could argue it's more competitive now. I mean, there's just so many people trying to do the same thing, and you have
I
to
had
find
the
a way
same
to.
complaint.
It's not a complaint. It's just yeah. I mean, like.
Well, it was for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I compared it in the book to a marathon where you can't really tell who the contenders are at the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
Because there was so many fucking people.
Right.
If I didn't notice it with Richard Dreyfuss, I'm not going to notice it with you. I have my method of dealing with this. Don't.
Why is there a foot in here? Was Army Hammer on? Anyways,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I can't wait for the comments.
It's like it's like a writer's room where you throw in the
throw it
stuff,
out.
you throw it out.
I'm nervous, guys. I'm having a good
That's
time.
good. But play the reality of
Play
the
the
scene.
reality of the scene,
Play
yes.
the reality of the scene.
Play the reality of the
You
scene.
can never go wrong.
I agree. By the way, I know you interviewed Ariana Huffington.
She's one of my best friends.
My brother worked closely with Ariana. She just came to
Oh,
my
who's
show in
your
New York.
brother?
His name is Jack, and he works for Thrive.
Oh, he does. He works for Thrive.
And I've known Ariana for a few years. She's the best.
My girl Ariana.
She's the best.
We go back 30 years. That is a true loving bond. I mean, we don't see each other that much because she is in New York now.
Right.
But whenever we're in the other one's city,
Incredible.
you got to have like the ultimate Earth mother in your life, the earthy
And that's what she is.
the ultimate earthy European woman who's loving and she's Greek, yes. She's and also like the business acumen. I mean, she went from just whatever Greek peasant to London and Oxford and that life, and then here, and then
She
politics.
went from a euro to the prime minister very fast.
And then the Huffington Post made her very rich and thrived, valued even more.
Yeah.
And she did kind of, not that we didn't know that sleep was important, but she did kind of take that subject and make it almost de rigueur. I hear so many people now when ask, what about your health? And got to get your sleep.
Yeah.
And people are not afraid, I wish I could, to sleep for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 hours is a little excessive, but yeah.
It's, you know what,
half the day.
Tom Brady used to try to sleep 12 hours before a game because, it's not
Sleep in his red hat.
What do you mean, his MAGA hat? Look, I'm no Tom Brady defender. There's no greater joy in my life than knowing that 2 of the Super Bowls he lost were to the New York Giants.
Uh-huh.
But yes, one time they got a picture of a MAGA hat in his locker, and it was like early on.
Yeah. It's not worse than your Michael Vick photo.
I mean, not that you asked for this whole nest of vipers, but I just can't hate. I can't get behind the hate.
He's the greatest of all time.
No, just like,
or personal.
even if he did have a MAGA hat, or even if he voted for Trump, shut the fuck up. You just can't do anything about it. It's just useless to, yes, I'm going to work as hard as I can to elect the other guy. But, it is what it is. You can't move people off who they are and what they like. Are you drinking, man?
Yeah, I am. I have a tequila here.
So what is your personal life like?
I'm from Chicago. I have a very close brother and sister.
Yeah.
I had a great upbringing. I mean, there's the whole idea of a tragic clown. But I don't know. For me, I'm very lucky.
You sure don't seem tragic.
Yeah, it's just a sad
tragic?
clown thing. I mean,
You're living the life.
Yeah, I mean, there's I read Mel Brooks's autobiography, and he talks about how he just had great parents, and I was listening to you, like you said, your parents kind of let you figure it out.
Yeah,
after comedy.
That's right.
And I related to that a lot, and I'm very lucky to have been in that position.
Right.
Because especially to have things happening at a pretty quick rate. I mean, you did Carson. How old were you the first time? 26?
You mean the blowing up thing?
Yeah, I mean, just exactly.
I know.
But I mean, it's.
I was 26. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I think I have right now. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's constantly doing things, and that's kind of all I'm focused on.
And that's the perfect time to have a lot of work because you're young and you can have boundless energy. And,
yeah.
I mean, fuck. I mean the ability to work and also party.
Yeah.
At that age. I mean, your body's almost too good. I mean, I feel like it did not restrict me enough.
Right.
If you can party all night and then get 3 hours sleep,
especially in this business, it's not normal. My friends are in finance, they're not going to go talk to you for an hour and a half or whatever. There's an adrenaline to it that makes you want to go celebrate it, or to keep it going.
Yeah.
I can see how people died in the 80s from overdoses and.
Well, they still do.
They still do, but I feel like it happened more frequently in comedy back then. I feel like there's a healthier.
Comedy?
Yeah, I feel like there's a healthier culture now.
Really?
I think so. Kevin Hart is posting workout videos. Sebastian Maniscalco, very strong guy, goes on a Peloton.
He was there.
Maher's show, didn't know what the fuck happened. Guy started smoking a blunt in my face.
Sounds like you could do Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider?
You ever try him?
Only on Fox Nation. But hey, CNN. I'm sorry. Bill, I apologize. But you're there's another flag. I got to work on a Rob Schneider. I got to figure that out. I got to figure that one out.
Because you seem like you can do
I love Rob Schneider.
Anybody you put your mind to.
I try to.
Rob Schneider's so funny.
I try to.
And, I mean, he's another one who
hysterical.
A lot of what he says, I mean, he's been branded the far right winger. A lot of what he says is just standard, this is crazy stuff. It's similar to lots of stuff I talk about, and I because most of us in the business, we are liberals. So, to make a joke about pregnant men. Yeah, we understand that. Sure, of course, people can like be born one way,
Yep.
and then feel the other way and transition. But that's different than saying, well, men can get pregnant now.
Right.
You know, like there's a middle ground, and I feel like somebody like
They can't get pregnant?
Well, somebody who was
I'm kidding.
who was born a woman and then feels like she's a man can transition and then have a baby. So a man can technically have a baby.
Yeah,
But to pretend that that's like men can have babies.
Yeah.
In other words, like he'll do jokes about stuff like that, as I will. And it's like to a certain part of the far fringe left, that makes you like a conservative. And it's like, no, that's not a conservative. That's just saying, let's go back to what we were doing 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know,
I know what you mean.
kindergartners, let's not talk to them about sex at all.
Yeah.
I know that's crazy.
Right.
But, you know, let's do spelling.
That was the Ron DeSantis approach. You know, just don't keep all the porn out of the classrooms. You know, Bill.
Who's that?
That was Ron DeSantis. You know, totally.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
over
remember.
here.
He's irrelevant. He's like dead. But anyways, but you know, I there's something to that.
Wow,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you play this scenario out?
Yes.
Donald Trump loses in November.
Right. Which I think is likely.
Okay.
Actually.
Scenario: Donald Trump loses. Where does the party go, Republican Party, and what does Trump do?
Great question.
Is there another January 6th, or does he fade away? Does he still have a grasp over the party? Does he go back to being this celebrity Mark Burnett apprentice-y type fixture? Or is he overcome with lawsuits and he's completely
that
fucked?
is such a good question. I may ask it on the show Friday, because that's really thinking about the essence of what the Republican Party is right now. I think I said it last week on the show. There's no one left to stand up to him because he has the nomination. There's no more Liz Cheney. There's no more Mitt Romney. There's no more Nikki Haley. There is literally no one to stand up to him. But when he loses,
Right, in that scenario.
then who then is like, okay, we're done with this guy. He lost twice in a row. He lost us the Senate. We love him, but we just can't. Almost like they were with Reagan, you know, at a certain point. It's like they will always love him. They had
Missed me.
a deep hard-on for Ronald Reagan. But at a certain point, they moved on from the beliefs. I mean, Ronald Reagan looks quaint. He looks like a liberal next to some of these nuts out in the Republican Party today.
It will be interesting
But
just because
what will they do?
no
Yes.
Republican is going to answer that question. Like in the next 8 months, no one's going to say, because they're all going to say he's going to win, whatever. But
Well, I got
in
one on the show Friday. I'm going to ask her.
Please, in the scenario he loses, I'd just be interested to see what does evolve. Will it be a Matt? Like, will that base of the party, like the Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, will they?
But that's the whole party. I mean, again, there's not one person
But I
who
get-
would stand up to him, not one person
Yes.
at this point who can afford to, they will not keep their job.
get-
And
my-
they
my-
all want to keep their job.
My question is, without him as the face of it, can the party shift though? Like, I know I agree. It's the whole. He's the face
you
of the party.
are interested in politics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was in a program at NYU. I called it the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good. You designed your own major, and I did like the role of satire in society. So I love this stuff. Yeah, I'm very much interested in politics. Sorry if I didn't make that clear, but yes. But anyways, I grapple with this question and I think about it a lot because someone will make a comment. Why am I a Trump hater? If I post a video and I basically say the exact same thing that he said, I just reenact it.
Right.
They'll be like, why do you hate him so much? I'll say, no, he actually said that Bill Maher has Trump derangement syndrome.
Right, yeah.
I'm just saying what he said. And then they say, you're making fun of him. Like, yeah, because he said it. This shit he says is so crazy, people don't understand that I'm just saying exactly what he said.
It is amazing the way he is completely unrestrained from saying anything that he doesn't even care that it's not based on anything he's ever read or known. It's just how he feels it should be.
Yeah.
So it's like his ratings are terrible. You know, it's just that's just how he feels it should be. He didn't look that up.
Yeah.
And it's not true, but it's just that's how he feels and he says it. And that really connects with his audience because it's an emotional thing. They do not take him literally. They take him seriously. Somebody once said this. It's such a great quote. The media takes him literally, but not seriously. And his fans
And that's the danger
take
in
him
that.
seriously, but not literally.
Right.
Like he doesn't even have to be literal with
And it's
them.
amazing how it's still like 7 years in and that's still the case.
It'll be forever.
In the comedy end of things, because I want to ask you, like, there was a Barbara Walters Carson interview, and then Carson, she asked him, like, why don't you talk about politics? He said, I wouldn't want to piss off half my audience. And then he said, like, there's a real danger.
Yes.
If you're a comedian, when you feel like you're important, like he said, like, you don't want to feel too important. And then, like, I don't know, because I've been grappling with this as a comedian, like, coming up and, you know, like, trying to emulate you, you know, and I think about, like, what is that approach? Because, like, you look at, like, the Fallon moment where he ruffled the hair and then they fucked him, but then it seemed too playful, and then there's, like, the Bill Maher approach, you know, it's more commentary. Then I guess I'm just thinking, like, what is that line? And I think you do the best job out there right now of anyone, because you talk about everyone. That's why people love it.
I think very few people can do what you can do with the impressions. So show business is the most competitive business. So use the thing that only you can do. And you don't do that forever. Even if you did it for 10 years, you'd be 35.
Not trying to be Von Meter. Okay?
No, but that would be, you know, you could transition.
Yeah.
But gather an audience with the thing
Worked for Caitlin.
that only you can do.
Right.
And also that doesn't alienate anybody.
Sure.
Gather a big audience.
It's happening. So.
And it's also harder to talk to people about important social political issues when you're this young.
Yeah.
It just
You did it though.
Yeah, but I also felt that backlash, and it was appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, because
you came out there though, like with a suit on Carson,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and you were immediately commenting on
yes,
Bush and like saying boo to Reagan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Great bit, by the way.
Yeah,
I was thinking Kamala does that to Joe Biden. Boo in the White House.
I got in trouble once.
Is that right?
They cut 2 minutes out of it.
Oh my God.
And I was a very low moment in my life. I thought I was like fucked.
With the Carson producers making fun
Yes,
of?
Freddie DeCordova. I did Reagan jokes about the assassination.
Oh, my God.
And Freddie DeCordova was like his best friend. He directed Bedtime for Bonzo. Oh my God. I got chewed out after the show. I'm certain the only person who could have saved my ass at that moment was Johnny Carson. He's the only one who could have said, no, we should have him back. He made a mistake. He's young.
It's incredible.
Don't have a conniption fit, Fred.
Let me ask you.
He's the president, and he was making a joke. He's a young comic, and we should have him back.
It's incredible. Yeah. Well, no, the first time you went, you were not waved over, right? He gave you a signal, right?
No.
He didn't have you sit with him.
No, that's a good question. It definitely wasn't the first time.
But isn't that amazing? Like the time we're in, it's the truth. Like that I can sit here with you, who is the equivalent of that for me.
That's not why they get waved over. You know why they get waved over? Because they ran late and they don't have time to introduce the third guest at all. The third guest gets bumped completely.
Are you serious?
Totally
so all the
serious.
mythology goes out the window?
No, I mean, but I think that's a lot of why you get waved over. If the show ran late, and we don't have time for Pete Barbuti because it's a 5-minute segment. He has got to play the flute and then talk, and his publicist will be mad if we don't have him on the couch. So we'll reschedule Pete Barbuti for another night, and we'll bring over the fucking monkey for 2 minutes to say, you know, welcome to show business. Everybody loves that story. That is funny stuff. That's everyone can relate to that. So.
What will go through your mind? Like before that first, were you shitting yourself? Before the first Carson appearance?
Well, yeah, you know, you're standing behind the curtain, and the band, that 1940, you know, the brass band. I always felt like I was about to ship off to Pearl Harbor, and then somebody should have been saying to me, hey,
a day which will live in infamy.
So you arrived there on Sunday the 7th, you say, huh? Well, sleep late. I'm sure there'll be nothing going on the island that day. That's always how I was thinking of it in my mind.
Oh, my God.
But, yes, because you know that if you're
We've got a nice order in from P.F. Chang's.
What?
I'm sorry.
It's China.
Wrong country, right? I didn't say it, by the way. Donald said it, so thank you. You can't cancel that, right?
Boy, you get his nuance,
Well,
the way he
Bill,
trails
I
off. I mean, you really,
I do.
really got that, and that will serve you well because I mean, obviously, he's never going away. Unfortunately, you'll be able to do this impression until you're 50, because you know he.
We'll see.
Oh, I mean,
you know, he's kind of amazing the way he
I bet,
is
yeah.
the same age as Biden, but betrays that decrepitude so much less than Biden does. Biden has to fight just to, you know, be considered not a corpse.
I did.
And Trump, you know, just puts on the wig and the makeup like Kiss, and it's always 1978.
It's pretty astounding when you see a video of Biden like 10 years ago. He was on Seth Meyers. But it's a different thing. Somebody asked me the other day, or I answered it on stage. I was like, I don't do a Biden impression because how am I supposed to do an impression of someone who, whenever he's responding to major political questions, does it while eating children's desserts? And I'm like, Biden was answering a reporter the other day. They go, President Biden, when will there be a ceasefire? And he's eating a dripping scoop of ice cream and it's melting onto his hand. And he just takes a lick of the ice cream before he even eats it. He just goes, by Monday. And I'm like, what other political figure has been eating dessert while answering major questions?
Trump.
Like Bill Clinton before the sex scandal, eating a popsicle. Like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Maybe I did have sexual relations. I don't know. It's a weird thing how he does that. Good bit?
I feel like I was watching a VHS tape of something from, you know, Evening at the Improv from '93. Bill Clinton, yeah. That's that one. I think you can retire.
I think Monica Lewinsky
first
was.
of all, again,
This is great. I come to Club Random. It's just the lesson of what impressions I can retire.
Don't the kids your age, don't they like say to you like, what are you talking about? Like, who
Well,
are
I can
these
change
people?
it. I mean, I'll do Timothy Chalamet and Rami Malek. for
Timothy
them.
Chalamet, do that.
I'll do Austin Butler.
Do that. I just talked to him.
Austin Butler?
Yeah, at an Oscar party.
Hey, I want to say, Bill, it's so great to be with you right now on the program. I'm such a deep, deep fan of all the work you do. And
If I can dream of a better. Yeah, he was Elvis, and yeah, I met him on the Globes carpet, and he was very nice.
Sweet guy.
Very nice. I did him to him.
Okay, so do Timothy Chalamet. I got to hear this.
It's just such a deep honor to be with you on the show. Really grateful for all you've done to support our culture.
You're so crazy. Yeah. Rami Malek, I do. He always looks like he's holding in my deepest sexual fantasy. Just like,
Rami Malek. That's really good.
Hey, Bill, you sexy little devil. Just want to suck that little butt in your hand there.
Oh,
yeah, it's creepy. But anyway.
Jim Carrey used to do impressions
best.
just with his face.
The best. He would do James Dean. Incredible.
Henry Fonda. I mean,
Incredible.
to make your face.
The Elvis was amazing. Incredible.
Face? Or
No, he would just do
yeah.
like this post-nuclear Elvis. Andy Kaufman's Elvis was pretty astounding.
Yeah. I never understood any other of Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. Did you ever know him, really?
No, I was.
You didn't know him too well?
I think what year? I think he died in 1980.
He's still alive.
Yeah, that was my second year in comedy. No, that was.
Okay.
But man, we've lost a lot of great ones lately.
Yeah.
I mean, the comedy, my generation is, you know, Gilbert and Belzer and Richard Lewis and Shandling. And, you know.
Thank God I got my cameo from Gilbert.
What?
Got a cameo from Gilbert Gottfried.
What do you mean?
My parents got it for me for my college graduation. They bought a cameo from Gilbert Gottfried.
What's a cameo?
Cameo, you know, the app where celebrities would be like, happy birthday.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I have one.
Gilbert did that?
Yeah, I have one. It's like, happy graduation day. Like something crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
you know why he did it? Because he didn't just sign a 2-year extension with HBO.
Well. Speaking of that, I got to go back to work, so I'm going to.
Well, by the way, before you go, are you like on the you're like active on Instagram, on Snapchat? And
I wouldn't say active. Present, and I try to keep up a little, but you know, it's not native to me. It's not easy for me. But yes, I want to. I always want to do more. Because I know it's where the future, it's where the present is.
Because the reason I asked is because you asked about the clubs, and like I just always imagine before we go, like what young Bill Maher would be doing right now. Like in 2024, you're 25, you're coming up. Because I'm on like Instagram and I'm on Snapchat.
I'll bet, of course.
It's crazy. Like Snapchat, that's like how I make most of my money.
I mean, I assume
it's on that platform.
Look, I'm a big believer that you are a product of your generation. I'm always getting down on the far fringe left, not the woke. for presentism, which is thinking that, people 500 years ago really should have known better, which is so fucking stupid. George Washington had slaves. Yeah, so would you if you lived back then, you stupid ass.
Imagine the guy at the first circumcision. I got a thing
Was
in
that an
Bethlehem.
old bit of
I'm
mine?
sorry. I'm just
Okay.
I did my homework. I'm sorry, guys. I can't wait for these comments to suck up, piece of shit.
The point I'm making is that, like, what would I have been like if I was 25 now? I think I would have been a product of my generation. In other words, I would have been native to social media.
No, I think you would have been
And
uploading-
therefore, I think I would have done well. I've often asked myself the question, if I had, like, texting during high school, I was painfully shy with girls, would that have been way better? I could have, like, texted them, and that certainly was good for a shy person.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy thing, like the ability to monetize on your phone.
And
That's how I
monetize.
support myself. Yeah, like that's
I
like
wasn't
literally
selling. I was thinking about selling.
No,
my
but even
ass.
just like
I was
the
just
whole
trying to get a
whole-
date.
Getting a date too, but all of it. I mean,
No,
getting
all
a
of
date
it.
or
No,
building
I
a
know.
career. Like,
but
it's
I assume I would have been just like you, because that was when I was born, and then it would have been a question of asking ourselves, well, did the skills I've shown I have translate to that? I think they do in general.
Totally they would have.
Because texting, yeah, you're writing, and I'm a writer, basically.
Yeah, I think about like Nichols and May would have done sketches on TikTok.
Right, absolutely.
The same thing.
Yeah, and probably better ones.
Probably.
Good luck with the blowing up.
Thank you.
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this. You gave me the kind of thing that is unique, not unique, but the most treasured thing for someone who has a lot. You're right, I have a nice place to live. I have a new 2-year deal and I have a lot of things. What you can't buy is gut laughing. So I appreciate